This episode brought to you by Crystal Pepsi, what the T1000 is really made of.
Hey everybody, we are watching T2 Judgment Day, and you are listening to Miscast Commentary.
You're listening to Miscast Commentary, where two guys have seen way too many movies and have way too much time on their hands.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. All out of bubblegum.
Now here's your hosts, Joe Finley and Todd Murray.
Hey everybody, welcome to Miscast Commentary. I am Joe Finley.
I'm Todd Tebow, the Sailor Murray.
And we are here with probably the movie we have been... This was like the one must-play movie. And this was a movie that, like, personally, I thought would be the last movie we ever did. Like, just like, this is the one. We know we're going to do it. We're going to wait until we put this show to bed. And then this came along, and then it had to be...
Summer of Sequels.
Summer of Sequels.
Sequels. My favorite movie of all time.
This is a fantastic movie. This is nothing but a smash success. Nobody is allowed to say anything bad against it.
It is hailed as one of the greatest sequels of all time, which was also... He's got two. Let's go. Let's fucking do this thing.
Let's just get into it. There's no shitting on this man's legacy other than Avatar. All right, let us get to work and press play.
Now. Oh, yeah. This is he did Aliens...
Oh, and we can hear this movie.
Oh, fucking A. We've got, so he did Aliens, which is amazing, and then T2, which is two great sequels. And I kind of dug Avatar, the spectacle of it.
Well, the spectacle of Avatar was great. It's just the story was weak, and I didn't really
I remember seeing this movie in the States with Worley.
Oh, Worley.
And I was just like, because usually every movie that I come out of, I'm like, man, that movie's so awesome, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But I remember being in the car and not saying one word. And him being like, what did you think of that movie? And I was just like, it blew my fucking mind.
Yeah.
That movie blew my fucking mind.
Yeah. This really is like...
They don't make him like this anymore, baby. Sorry to cut you off.
No, it's fine. This truly was like, from a sci-fi action perspective, this is one of the perfect movies.
Oh my fuck yes. Don't get too caught up in the whole time shit.
What kills... Yeah. Don't worry too much about that. But
you'll just end up,
Yeah, but like to me,
your brain. 2029,
and this is one of the only movies where the sequel so dominantly stomps on the just original. Like but it's just like these skulls. But just Linda Hamilton giving us this
90s. So this happens right here is in 8 years from now, 2029.
I thought Judgment Day was 1987.
No, 97 is when Judgment Day happened.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
This is way in the future when the war is happening.
Oh, okay, I got you.
2029, it said.
Yeah, these are Stan Winston animatronics, which are just out of this world.
I love that crunchy sound.
And all the skulls and stuff like that, too, right?
Fucking A.
This was cool because they had a lot of, like, different... Like, this is the most... you get to see of this in any of them. I actually wouldn't mind a full-on just in this time.
Wasn't that the one with Christian Bale? Wasn't that all in this during this shit?
Yeah, I guess it was, but you didn't.
I don't even remember seeing those movies, to be honest with you. I was like, fuck this shit.
I always liked what's his face there.
These are all models.
Yeah, James Cameron. Like, he had his problems with these movies that weren't his specifically, but he was still actually quite supportive of them all, which I think is pretty cool.
I think that's pretty admirable as well, to be honest.
Because I like a certain George Lucas didn't do that.
I don't know which George Lucas you're talking about.
Just one of them. I don't know.
Now that I've been watching Loki, I don't know who's who.
Yeah,
I don't fucking know what's what. I don't fucking know.
Everybody's somebody, baby.
Boom. Yeah. CG explosions, motherfucker.
I love this.
He's like, I'm walking through Skynet, or we're trying to fight Skynet. I have to go back through time to have sex with my mother, so she'll have me.
That's exactly it.
Like in Back to the Future.
My mom looked sick hot in the early 90s. I don't want her in that like waitress dress game. So apparently this dude who played John Connor here, he actually got hired to do like somebody's fan film, and he played John Connor again.
No shit.
Yeah, somebody made like a T2 fan film, and he got hired to do it, which is pretty cool, seeing as that was basically his entire role, was just him looking through a pair of binoculars.
Or, I don't know if you have this or not, but I literally just read this the other day, which was and when we were watching America's Got Talent,
Yes.
which by the judge of the show, none of them do.
Yeah.
Neither does the panel. T2, some kind of T2 online poker game popped up, and I was like, "That's weird. We're just supposed to watch the movie."
Yeah, it's so funny to me. That commercial drives me nuts because it talks about slots like they're video games that you would be a fan of.
Right.
Like, you know, like if say you were advertising an arcade and you're like, we've got like Mortal Kombat and we've got this. But like they're like, if you were a fan of like Cleopatra's Gold, you're gonna love Eagles Mountain.
These are gambling people. So they're like, "Oh, I love that certain whatever."
But I'm like, nothing's changed. It's the exact same game, just with different faces on it.
Oh, this could have been the start of something big for Edward Furlong.
Edward Furlong, I give credit where credit is due. I was looking at his thing today. He has 71 credits to his name.
Oh.
He was working, like he's still working.
We just made
He's just
movies.
not he's just not in big stuff. He had a really hot period, but then he had like a weird time, like because I know like I don't know what all he went through, but he gained a bunch of weight and like bunch
he was
of stuff
on the drugs for a while.
Yeah.
He kind of hit the skids because it always happens to the kid actors. Anyways, even before I forget, Arnold Schwarzenegger had a very big problem with this script.
Yeah.
He really liked it, but was one thing, I guess they went out for dinner, him and James Cameron, and he said, he's like, "What's bothering you?" He knew. James Cameron was like, "Something's bothering you. You just tell me."
Yeah.
And he's like, "The Terminator doesn't kill anybody."
Oh, I literally do have that in
He's
here.
like, "The Terminator doesn't kill anybody." And he's like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "They'll never expect it."
Yeah.
He's like, "They think you're going to show up and murder, kill, but then you're the good guy. And this dude's the bad guy."
They wrote this. It was really funny too because they basically knew there was no Galen Hurd, who was the producer on Walking Dead. We talked about that for Aliens, I think. But the whole idea was like they thought they were gonna hide who the good guy and who the bad guy was. It was gonna be a surprise when it came out. I'm like, yeah, best of luck. Like you couldn't like maybe back then it seemed impossible.
Well, no, but you could
like
totally
now,
have done it. But the Guns N' Roses video was what ruined everything. That Guns N' Roses music video came out, and I was like, holy shit! But it came out before the movie, and it shows Arnold fighting some fucking weird thing.
What was it to the? So a year before the movie came out, they did a trailer. They gave Stan Winston $150,000 to go and direct a trailer by himself, and it was
trailer for the movie.
Yeah. So like nothing had been shot yet. This is where we were. We were a year from the film being released, and they had not.
Cool.
And they had not even finished the script at that point.
They literally did not need to do this, but that is so cool.
I know it was very unnecessary. But
oh my, it's super. Look at fucking Arnold ass.
It was a really interesting thing. It's just tape. That's all just tape on those edges, and then they just shone a light on it, and that's how it looks.
Really?
Yeah. It was really simple. It's not CG.
No, I didn't think it was CG. I thought they actually cut the side of the truck out.
No, they did that, but I'm just saying where all the glowing was.
Right.
That's just tape. Where
Yeah,
the
but
edges were.
okay,
They did cut out the thing.
Yeah, I was like,
But-
what the fuck, like.
Yeah, but
Motorcycle, car.
yeah,
Motorcycle,
I'm not
motorcycle,
driving a
motorcycle.
car.
Car all open. Oh, this is the best song in the history of time. Hillbilly Blues.
If we keep an eye out here for a minute, apparently Jim Cameron is in here somewhere. Gotta keep an eye. Ooh, yeah, she likes him. God, rockin' bod still at this point. See,
But still has a rocket.
he's biker lady. No, he's got old man boobs now. He still has muscles, but he's still
now.
yeah.
Well,
But
you gotta give him something. Like, I mean,
oh
come
no,
on.
absolutely. I'm just saying he's not as.
I like the
it's
one
not
girl
as
looked at
tight
us.
as he used to.
Watch.
No, I know. Oh yeah, this is probably the one I.
I love this shit.
Some woman apparently
like,
just
"Whoa."
wandered into here and didn't know that this was like a movie set, and then asked Schwarzenegger what was going on, and he said it was male stripper night, which is actually why in Terminator 3 that's male stripper night when he goes into the bar.
Right on.
I do like his bravado. I need these things. I like that he only
Dime bag Daryl back there.
I know. I like that he only needs his coat, boots, and motorcycle. He doesn't say. Does he say clothes?
I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle.
I thought he said I need your coat, your boots, and your motorcycle, and I was like, that's not right.
Ooh.
Anyways, the Stan Winston trailer, it was the factory. You probably remember the trailer. It was the factory where all the T-800s were being made and then being formed. So all that was done before the script was even written. They didn't even have a concept for the movie yet when they did that. They were just announcing that it was done.
Oh, yeah, because it was like the assembly line of all the...
But then think about that. This movie took 8 months to film. So that means they only had 4 months to complete everything. No, not the script. Well, no, not the script. Like everything.
Pre-production.
The post-production.
Post-production, sorry.
Yeah. But like they rushed everything. There's actually a great story about they did the official announcement at Cannes, and they didn't have a script yet, but they had to have a script to be able to like make this official announcement because they were going to be trying to sell it to people and stuff.
That's like, so they know the movie's coming out at this date and they haven't even done anything yet.
They hadn't done anything. So literally as the limo was waiting for James Cameron, he was printing the script.
That's hilarious. He's like writing it in the bathroom of the airplane.
So it made the Carolco plane late. So on that plane, Arnold Schwarzenegger, I've got it here somewhere, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Oliver Stone, a few other like bigwigs were all waiting on this plane to go to Cannes together, and then they had to wait for him,
James Cameron,
because he didn't have the script done. And then he got there, he gave the script to the producer, and he went to sleep.
That's hilarious.
There was a big argument apparently between Jim Cameron and the editor about the use of this song, because it just feels so like
cheesy.
It feels very cheesy, and it's something that had been done a lot. Like, Jesus, it was in Problem Child.
Oh, it's in everything, yes.
So that was the thing, and then the editor was like, everybody does this, and then Jim Cameron was like, yeah, because it's cool. That was like his argument. They're like, all right, whatever.
It is pretty cool, actually.
It is cool. It just seems so out of nowhere. I would have gone with like a slow metal, but that's just me.
He is bad to the bone. He's fucking Arnold fucking
He doesn't even have a bone.
He has a metal exoskeleton.
Yes. None of which
is not actual bone.
Endoskeleton. But
what did I say?
Exo.
What's the fucking... Oh, one's outside, one's inside.
You got it. Attaboy.
I remember years and years ago, the scene where Reese is doing this right here.
My son?
Yeah, isn't his name Kyle Reese?
Yes.
In the first one?
Yes.
He's lying in an alley and he's all burnt up on his back, and I just remember sneaking...
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
Not in this apartment.
No.
But a one that looks just like it.
Yes.
Sitting right there.
Yeah.
Peeking around the corner, watching this movie or trying to watch the movie that they wouldn't let me. And I just remember seeing Buddy's back and being like, what the fuck? And then for years being like, what movie is that? And then it's Terminator.
Yep.
I did the same thing with Dark Crystal. And years later, it still fucking terrifies me to this day. Jesus Christ. Oh, here we go. The coolest villain in the history of film. Yeah. In my humble opinion.
Oh, absolutely. He does such a good job. Somebody called it a blooper that the fence is like incorrectly cut there. It's not a perfect circle. I'm like, that's not a blooper. It's just was hard to cut there.
Yeah, it looks cool to me still.
I really like this too. Like, had they really been able to pull it off as far as who the good guy and the bad guy are?
Right.
I think that would have been like the most amazing twist in film history.
I think he sees ball sack. Right
you
there.
can, and actually, I've got a piece of trivia about that too. They went to get it digitally removed, and then he saw when it came out on home video that you could still see it. He's like, well, I hope I get my money back for that because they didn't do their job.
They did not take his ball sack out.
Yes.
And this movie's a rated R, it's doing a rated X.
Yeah.
This is, I believe, also the first movie that they like. That poor motherfucker got put through the ringer.
Yeah.
They mapped every inch of his body. Yeah. It was like the first shit. You know, Cameron's always doing the technology shit, right?
Well, and this is the thing. This movie that was conceived in 1984.
Oh, like fuck. 92?
Yeah. Well,
91.
Yeah. Well, this came out in 91. But they shot it in 91. But they shot it in 90.
And it came out in 91.
But the big thing was the kid from Big chilling out with him. No, but and if we might recognize her from another movie we did, because she's the Latina lady in Aliens.
And Aliens, yep.
and she's also in Titanic.
She's fucking awesome.
See,
James Cameron likes her.
Yeah, James Cameron really likes her. And you'd be and if you were married to Jim Cameron, you should be worried about this shit because he always marries the women he works with.
Oh yeah, he always trades up. You see, this guy did a great job because that is what Todds do.
Yeah.
I sit on the couch, I smoke, I watch television, I do not take care of my foster children, and I don't listen to what my bitch fucking wife says to me.
Oh, let me get a close look at him because I'm pretty sure. That's the guy from Walking Dead.
I think
he was like he was like the leader of one of the areas. He's older now and he's a coward.
Well, he's definitely older now. That's
that's how time works. You're right. Oh, Paul Verhoeven was the other guy on that plane that I was talking about.
Oh no way! So they're all pantsless.
Well, the reason that Kuroko produced this is because the original company was going out of business. The company who owned the rights to this, Schwarzenegger reached out to the company because they were doing Total Recall at the time with them and convinced them to buy the rights to this movie.
Good call.
So that so they could produce it. And so, yeah, what a huge, it's hilarious that company doesn't exist anymore.
I know.
One of the biggest movies of all time.
Is she really doing all these pull-ups? I used to, at one point in my life, I could do 6.
Nice.
Over a month period.
Not yet.
With help.
I could do
from
them
a stool.
I could do them if I was just standing.
No, I actually could do 6. I'd like to get back. Oh my God, there's Tone Deaf.
Yep, from one of our favorite movies, which we still haven't done, was Fear of a Black Hat. And we're looking at Earl Bowen, who plays essentially this character in everything he's ever done.
Oh, I remember how he's just hanging out at the cemetery in part 3.
Yeah. He was in 9 to 5, Airplane 2. He was in Terminator 1 and 3 as well. He was in Who's the Boss for a bunch of episodes. He was in Chopper Chicks in Zombie Town and played a psychiatrist in Nutty Professor 2 as well. He was a big voice actor, though. He's in a lot of voice stuff, but just some of them. He did A Pup Named Scooby-Doo, The Addams Family, Bonkers, Bruno the Kid. He was voiced in Metal Gear Solid 2 and World of Warcraft.
Oh, shit.
Uh-huh. Good times. So this woman, her and Robert Patrick went through the ringer like nobody else does in these movies.
Are you talking that nurse lady?
Yeah, no. Linda Hamilton trained with somebody. The person's name who trained her was like an ex-Navy SEAL named Uzi Gal, which is kind of the most appropriate name for somebody training.
This guy's the man.
Yeah.
This man loves his job.
Oh, absolutely.
He really takes pride in his
We're coming to beat you for a little while.
That's the one thing you could... Sorry, go.
No, anyways, so she went through the most rigorous training. It's actually why she doesn't appear in T3. She refused to do it because she didn't want to do this again, this training and stuff.
Right.
To be all she put on so much. She lost 12 pounds of body fat and then just put on muscle. And Schwarzenegger was just praising the hell out of her for how much muscle she put on and stuff like that. Oh, absolutely.
And Cameron's always got the strong ladies.
Yeah.
In the lead.
Yeah. But it's just so funny
Ripley,
to me.
Linda.
Yeah. But he starts dating her as he's divorcing Catherine Bigelow.
Yes.
And then he divorces.
She's a great director herself.
Oh, absolutely. And then he divorces Linda Hamilton as he's starting to now date the girl from Titanic, who he's still married to. So, well, I guess that's what happens when you stop making movies a lot, and then you're only making. Maybe that's why Avatar had to be all digital. You're not getting any more actresses.
Well, actually, he was caught on set fucking one of the digital Avatar. Their connector pieces.
He's just got it.
Yeah, but he was like, not the same.
Yeah. Actually, there's a good story in there's a Disney documentary about Imagineers and stuff like that, and it was about building Avatar, that world and stuff like that. And it was interesting to hear from him in that. Mm-hmm. He's the only guy who has rides at Disney and Universal.
Who?
Jim Cameron, because he's got a T2 ride at Universal.
Oh yeah,
and then he's got the Avatar rides at. Nobody's doing a Titanic ride though. God, he looked like a baby back then.
Look at him, eh?
He's got a lot
this
going
machine,
on.
I was so jealous. I was like, where do you get this fucking machine?
Yeah.
And how do I do this?
I know. I remember when you used to, at least I used to think you'd be able to hack anything. It's I had a computer not hooked up to the internet. Now, I could hack the mainframe from here.
Boom.
Eddie Furlong, so this was his first ever acting role. He was casting director met him and found that he had like this kind of street smart look that nobody else who was auditioning for the role had.
Easy money.
Easy money. And
so he's got a street smart look to him.
Yes. That's how he goes.
There's a look that goes along with that. Like,
well, you could see kids who might look a little pampered or something like that. This kid looks like he's been on his own. He looks like he's an abandoned child.
Looks like he hasn't slept in 5 days.
Exactly. It's kind of funny. I'm actually surprised, just given how Jim Cameron is with his actors and stuff. I'm almost surprised that he was not in Titanic instead of
right.
Was he maybe just a little too young at the time, or
he wasn't a big enough star.
Yeah, but I mean, Leo at the time still wasn't a big star yet. Like he was known, but I'm sorry that your head hurts.
There he is.
But anyways, Eddie Furlong. So right after this, he did Pet Sematary 2, Brain Scan, American History X, Pecker, Detroit Rock City. He was in The Crow, Wicked Prayer, one of the straight-to-videos, Cruel World. He did a bunch of CSI New York.
Oh, we're watching the uncut version. This did not happen in theaters.
That is correct. Michael Biehn. Actually, an interesting thing, the original idea for who the T-1000 would be Michael Biehn.
Oh, cool.
Because they thought they would reverse it. So you think the two same guys are coming back to do battle again, only to find out that they made the T-1000 into him to trick her.
Right.
Which would have been, I actually think, as much as I like
super cool idea.
As much as I like Robert Patrick in this movie, I think that was the better idea.
With Reese.
Yeah.
I think so too, actually.
I think that would have been
super cool. Maybe he couldn't pull off the look, the because he'd have to not be him. He'd have to just look like him. I'm sure he's an actor. I'm sure he could do it.
Yeah.
He's gonna.
I like that she's like wrapping around him for a quick hump.
She's horny as fuck.
I want to see Tone Deaf again, looking in the window, and she's just like grinding up against the side of the bed. Remember the message?
No.
Yeah. I got it. So this line, there is no fate but what we make for ourselves, that is a deleted scene from Terminator. That is like the main credo of this entire movie, and it's based off something that didn't even make the first movie.
Well, that's why they bring Reese in.
But what's really interesting is that this entire movie is just shit that was cut out of the first thing. The T-1000 was an idea for the first movie. That's why I was saying how that was conceived and stuff like that. But they just didn't have the technology to do what he wanted to do for the T-1000.
Right.
It wasn't until after The Abyss when they did that cool shit that they're like, we can finally do it.
We can do it.
So ILM helped them get over that hump and sort that out.
Who did this one? Is it ILM?
ILM did this as well. So Dennis Muren was the head of the special effects for ILM. He's the guy who did all the cool CG
really
puppeteering.
long...
Yeah. All the CG puppeteering and shit from Jurassic Park. That was all Dennis Muren.
Right.
And then Stan Winston was all the practical shit in this one.
He was also the practical on Jurassic Park?
Correct. Yeah, those guys. Those are the two big ones.
The dream right here. This is in the movie.
Mm-hmm. This was actually
not her coming through the doors
by nuclear scientists. This was actually deemed one of the most accurate depictions of a nuclear fallout.
Because your skeleton would continue screaming and holding onto a fence.
Yes.
So that is exactly what would happen.
Yeah. Well, just for how fast it's all slowed down, right?
This fucking scene kicks balls.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one.
Look at her big bottom lip.
I know.
We're having fun. We're at the park.
No, don't have fun.
So this would be an event where female Loki would hang out.
Yes.
Because it's a cataclysmic event.
I would say spoiler alert for Loki, but... Oh, it wasn't there. It was from
it's
before.
later.
Yeah. Oh, yes, later. Later, not before.
This whole scene is not in the theatrical cut.
She humped that bed sideways.
This is where it comes in right here.
Mm-hmm.
I love when they pause it. This is the best. The best pause.
Yeah, they found the freeze frame for her. I do that when I'm editing this stuff, and I'll pause, and then I'm like...
It's funny because the boys would always watch movies in their room because they would never do their job at work.
Yeah.
And I would always open the door to be like, are you in here? And they wouldn't be in there. But then the TV would be paused, and it was always a great pause. Mm-hmm. Every time. I was like, Jesus Christ.
I used to do that. I'd watch videos, and then if I got a really good pause, I would like screenshot it and then like send it on Twitter to that person. It's like, this is what you look like. Because, you know.
This is like every interview with me.
Mm-hmm. So what else was meant for the original? So the whole T-1000 thing.
So wait, so it wasn't going to be Arnold. It was just going to be the T-1000, but they couldn't do it, so then they changed it to Arnold?
No, actually, originally it was going to, like, he was going to fail sooner. Well, at least how the description sounds. He was going to fail sooner, and then they were going to send the T-1000 right after.
No, that's not cool.
No, it would have been too much.
Exactly. It would be like the end of one of the Snyder movies where there's like 15 guys in there.
Still
You're like,
going.
Jesus Christ.
We've shoehorned the Joker into this Terminator movie.
Yeah, exactly. Like, Jesus Christ. This is longer, too.
Somebody else who was up for the role of T-1000, Billy Idol. Like, up for it and was, like, about to do it. He actually got into a motorcycle accident of all things.
No way.
And then couldn't do it.
It was going to be Billy Idol?
There was a point where it was going to be Billy Idol.
No shit.
I read a thing, and I don't believe it for a second, though, they said that Steven Seagal signed on to be the T-1000, and then it wasn't working out, so he ended up dropping out of the role. But I'm like, I don't buy that for a second, because I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
I feel like that was just somebody, like, dipping into one of those trivia sites and just, like,
Billy
slipping
Idol.
in.
That's a good one. Man, I gotta fucking, like, stand up.
Yep, stand up for a little
Oh, fuck. Oh.
Look at Todd's Richard Pryor shirt for a minute.
Yeah, it's high on fire. It's metal band. In this fucking chair somewhere.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Oh, so we're gonna wreck this entire YouTube video.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, sorry. I'm like, legs freaking out. Mold. I'll power down. I'll power through it.
There you go.
I'll power through it.
I was gonna say I could offer you the other chair.
No, fuck it. I like pain. Ever since I got a tattoo, I don't feel anything.
Yeah.
Except for what just happened there.
Yes.
That was more gas than anything.
Oh, yeah. So Linda Hamilton, I was kind of wondering what she had been in, because I knew she was in the last...
Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, no, but she was in the last Terminator movie, the Dark Fate one, which...
I still haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, which Jim Cameron came back to write and produce. He did not direct, though, obviously. But she was in the sci-fi comedy Resident Alien, starring, what's his name? Tudyk. I can't remember. Alan Tudyk. I wanted to say Daniel, then I wanted to say Andrew. I'm like, neither of those are right.
No way.
So yeah,
she was new.
Yeah, that just came out a few months ago, I think.
I have been told that I look just like that man.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Apparently, when I shave my face,
hey,
some guy at the bus stop was like, "Are you Alan Tudyk?" And I was like, "I'm not even kidding you." In Toronto, I was like, "No."
All right, well, use that shit to your advantage, man.
I should have said yes and got a blowy.
This looks like they've got a dinosaur in here too, which made me kind of laugh because it's just Jurassic Park of it all. It looks like it's where Jurassic Park started. Did I tell you I was listening to the Jurassic Park audiobook?
No.
It is so fucked up different.
Yeah, because it's the book. The book is really violent.
They shoot they kill the raptors with a bazooka, and like a totally different group of people dies in it, and
yeah, well, they totally changed it. Spielberg knows what he's doing.
Yeah. So Joe Morton was never supposed to be in this. Originally, Denzel Washington was offered this role.
No shit.
And basically he's like, no offense to Jim Cameron. He's like, but I read the script and all this guy seems to do is look scared and sweat. And he's like, so I'm going to go find something else. Which, I mean, probably for the best for him.
Wrong.
He's not wrong. And not to say that Joe Morton did do a good job.
He did a great job. Denzel, what is Denzel being in at this time?
I think Glory.
Oh, so he hasn't really.
No, like he's made an impact, but he hasn't been.
He's not there yet. Oh, yeah. There's the chip they found.
It's the thing that started it all. I have that keychain somewhere. I think like the keychain part broke off, and I just placed it down.
There you go.
Nice. So Joe Morton,
when he was reaching out to get her in the first one, the hydraulic press crushes him, leaving his arm.
Yeah.
Leading to the creation of Skynet.
Yeah. Which is ironic.
Well, Cyberdyne.
Yeah.
Then Skynet. Wait, no.
So really
Cyberdyne, is that Transformers?
No, well, Cyberdyne Systems creates Skynet. Cyberdyne Systems is the company.
That's where Joe Morton is right now, Cyberdyne.
Yes.
Okay, good.
And Skynet is the program that they create that
and then
starts how they end up going. Cybertron is what you were thinking of for Transformers.
But I was right.
Yes, you are 100% right.
Of course it was.
So Joe Morton was in A Different World, Speed 1 and 2, Executive Decision, Apt Pupil, Ali, The Good Wife, both versions of Justice League. For way longer in the second one, if you can believe that shit. Scandal and God Friended Me, and many other things. But I just list what sounds like more people would recognize when I say them out loud.
Would you ever believe her? Like, literally 6 months ago, you're talking about all this shit, and now you're going to tell me that 6 months later, you're a totally changed person, and blah, blah.
Well, it's hard because, like, theoretically, a person can realize that what they thought they saw was, like, if it was something,
right,
you know, that they believe is a true psychosis.
Crazy bitch.
Yeah. Jeez. It would have been the best if it was just like, this bitch.
They have been listening to the same GNR song for a long time.
Yeah. You know what's funny too is I drive in the LA River in Grand Theft Auto so often that I feel like I'm just a part of this movie now. So like, because San Andreas,
the dirty LA River.
Well, when you're in San Andreas,
oh fuck,
you're
that didn't take long, Arnold.
Yeah. When you're in San Andreas, you're like it is LA, and it's like all the same things are there, like the piers there and all that stuff, right? And like I cause similar accents to that all the time. The LA River is always just a very funny joke to me.
There's Nikki Cox.
Oh shit. Good catch. What a great like stroke of luck for him. Like he's having to go old school without a scanner to find this person, and like the first kids he finds.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I know him.
Because he's a detective. He knows what he's doing.
Look at the
There's
sick ass
Rampage in the background.
And then Missile Command.
And then the Afterburner where it cost you like $8 trillion because the seat moved and everything.
Oh god, yeah, that was a 4-token game. Fuck that.
Guns N' Roses, baby.
Oh, well done. Never put that together.
It's in the music video.
Oh, that makes sense. You know what? I don't remember that music video at all.
This was in there. Well,
I'm sure I've seen it.
Shows him thrown through the window, and then he does the flip inside out thing where he punches them, and you're like, wow. Even as a kid, I was like, they're showing too much in this.
Yeah.
This fucking music video.
Yeah, that seems dumb.
That's like, you know what? You know how you get spoilers, man? Toys.
Oh, Lego is
Toys
really
and
bad.
Lego
is really bad for spoilers.
Yep.
It was
Marvel with the toy before the thing comes out, and then
Lego Marvel will come out, and there'll be all these things, and they're like, well, we can see that these are the bad guys, and blah blah blah.
Get your fucking hand out of my face.
Yeah, I paid for this game, and I got a score going.
Grocery money on fucking, fuck off, cop.
That mullet man is like making me.
That guy's cool.
Yeah,
I liked him. It's a good friend.
Yeah.
Oh,
don't check it out, because if you make eye contact with him, you're dead.
Yeah, he's a fucking idiot.
That looked like a Jerry Curl Corey Haim.
That was Jurgen Penner.
It was worth a shot.
What an asshole.
Yeah, I know, eh?
Oh, we already got our first Pepsi before in the lab with Buddy carrying a Pepsi. Here we go. Here's the second one. First meeting of the T1000 and was he
T800?
T800.
He's T800. Pepsi. Yeah, T800 Model 101, and I just learned what that was today. So T800 is his endoskeleton shape. The Model 101 is his exoskeleton of Arnold.
Holy fuck!
So
there
are other models who aren't Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Holy fuck!
Hey, geez,
poor guy.
I'm just trying to enjoy a Pepsi. You know what? I don't think I noticed these Pepsis as much as you did, and now I can only see Pepsis.
That's the movie's filled with it. This is the worst special effect in the entire film.
Yeah. These were
not there. Look at you, step right in the way there, bud. So maybe I'll just sneak past these bullets and get another Pepsi. So these were special rubber squibs that they had to, Stan Winston had to like invent for this movie. But I don't. Yeah. But I don't even see why he had to invent that. Oh, that's why. No. Because I was gonna here when he first morphs his bullet holes. Yeah. Is the worst it'll be. Right there. Yeah. That is the worst it will look this whole movie. Yeah. Because, they had to composite the two together instead of just... You know, it would have been better had they just left him.
I like
and then
that.
when he gets up and he's fine.
And then you like, you're outside and you're like, come with me. And then you see him come around the corner
And
and
he's
he's totally fine.
Yeah.
And then you don't know why he's totally fine.
Like,
And you
what
figure
the
it out
fuck?
later.
Yeah, you're like, what the fuck? Like, boom.
Yeah.
Snap. He's like, hey, brother. See ya. He's like, I like your style, girl.
Yeah. So he said he mirrored his actions after a bald eagle, like the way he like looks around and stuff
Really?
like that. That's how his like head movements and stuff go. And they said his walking movement when he's like walking towards something was meant to be like a shark hunting.
Cool.
So like when he's moving through a crowd of people, like say like a shark going through like a school of fish to get to something specific,
Right.
he's not concerned about anything else. He's just moving his way through the crowd to get to what he wants.
Cool, man.
So like,
This is good shit you got for this one. I
Yeah.
don't know any of this shit.
oh, dude, I have 4 pages of stuff, and I didn't even use 1/3 of the. Like, we may have to do this movie again, so I could do all new trivia.
Just keep giving her.
So he learned how to run, like his training. He had to run breathing only through his nose, which is like how it made it look like he wasn't gassed. The other thing was he could run so fast that he could catch the dirt bike every time.
No shit.
So he actually had to slow down his running.
He can catch the dirt bike.
Yeah, he caught the dirt bike consistently. So he had to actually slow down. I love his run though. His run is one of the best like actions.
He learned how to run from Steven Seagal.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Steven Seagal's run is amazing.
Steven Seagal.
His arms just stay down and he
Yeah.
does like this weird like
Yeah. I guarantee it's just him power walking and they speed it up. I guarantee you. Like you
This is
couldn't
fucking
convince me
awesome.
otherwise.
Look at all these cars getting smashed to shit.
Oh, the other part that was from the whole idea of destroying Skynet was also a part of Terminator 1 that got cut out.
That would have been, how long is that movie supposed to be, for Christ's sake?
I don't know. It was
Jesus
Snyder.
Christ.
Snyder was going to direct it.
Well, at least he was smart enough to cut it and make it into a sequel.
Yeah. Well, and that was the thing was, again, like he didn't know what he was going to make. He just knew he had to make it. And then all of a sudden they were just like, hey, how about all these ideas? Let's flesh this out into something.
You know, sometimes though, like the best art comes from things, your limitations.
Yeah.
Like, we can't do this. We can't just, okay, what are we going to do instead? This is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
This was in the music video as well.
Yeah.
Fucking ruin the whole thing.
So when they were planning on making,
Boom.
when they were initially planning on making a sequel, again, in like in the 80s, they had given a budget of $12 million for this movie, or $12 million to make the movie.
Right,
For this movie, it ended up being $102 million to make the movie. I remember they were trying to cut out stuff like crazy because of just to save money. And one of the scenes they wanted to cut was Schwarzenegger going into the bar at the beginning. Which to me, I'm like, that's not a money saver. That's probably one of the cheapest damn scenes in the whole movie. And so they went to Arnold Schwarzenegger to try and convince James Cameron. Like, that's how James Cameron is around people, apparently. He's like, we can't talk to him. You need to go talk to him.
Arnold has to go talk to him.
They told him to ask him to cut that scene. And he's like, no, that's the scene that only a studio guy would want to cut.
Right.
It's like, that's not something a filmmaker would want to cut.
Yo, there's a total mess up there because when the truck goes off the thing, the windshield flies out and smashes, and then now it's back.
Nice. You caught it. See, this is you. Like, I could almost keep my mouth shut during this entire movie and you would have this covered.
Oh my fuck yes.
Yeah.
I watched this movie so many times on VHS that it turned black and white.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's pay, in addition to the $15 million he got for the role,
That's it.
he also received a $14 million Gulfstream 3 airplane from the producer of the movie. And if you narrow down how much he got paid to how much he actually said, he was paid $21,429 per word.
Oh, that's right. That's awesome. Yes, that's so killer.
So his
Wicked.
So his famous line, "Hasta la vista, baby," cost $85,716.
Look at that, man.
Yeah.
Boom.
So that's obviously a stuntman wearing his mask. The stuntman who did that was the host of an HBO show where they would like recreate stunts from like these other movies and stuff like
Right.
that. It was pretty cool.
This is cool. He's trying and he fucking sneaks right through.
Yeah.
Look
That would have been a cool, like,
at that guy.
yeah, I know. I love when it's not Arnold. So
I don't even give a shit.
I know, you forgive.
Yep, I don't give a fuck.
So a lot of things were happening here. Arnold constantly hurt his hand doing that cranking of the gun because he wasn't allowed to wear a glove. So he was like tearing open the skin when he was doing that. Also, he hit Edward Furlong multiple times. One time knocking him out cold.
Oh my God.
Because he'd swing it around and he'd smack him in the face, and like it happened a bunch.
Oh my God, I would have
Don't
felt
stop.
so bad.
Never stop. You've seen what's been going on
Arnold's
so
a good
far.
dude. So he must have been like, oh my God,
he
I
must
just
have felt
knocked
like
the
a
kid
monster.
out again.
Actually, it was really interesting because I guess he felt like he was kind of like a father figure to him, both kind of like on and off screen. And Linda Hamilton had said that it was just kind of perfect because they were emotionally about the same age.
That's hilarious. Here he comes. Can't keep a good
This
2,000 down, baby.
That also wasn't a great shot.
No, this one's not very good.
But some of it didn't age so well. Some of it is beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I picture James Cameron wanting to make another Terminator just to clean up the shit that he couldn't get right. In fact, because you know how like he's notoriously a dick when making movies because he's a perfectionist, and it's like it's for his art. I understand, but at the same time, it must be a god awful work environment. But
yeah, well, they said like I don't know what movie it was, like Titanic. They said was a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
So they're just freezing, standing in water for days.
Yeah.
He's screaming at ya.
Yeah. But the funniest thing was, I guess, that the crew started making shirts and like distributing them, and all the crew were wearing shirts saying Terminator 3, not for me. Love it.
I love when Titanic came out, Arnold Schwarzenegger came out at the Oscars.
Yeah.
And was like, yeah, I started some James Cameron films in his low budget art house days.
That's
which is
a great
essentially
joke.
true.
It's essentially true, yeah. Well, what's funny is like this was the third highest grossing movie of all time when it came out, and he only topped himself every consecutive movie after that. True Lies made more than this, which is astounding to me. Then Titanic made more than that.
Awesome.
True Lies is awesome. I don't think it's as good as this.
No, it's not.
But it's a really good movie. But I just think from a which one deserved to make more money standpoint, it's this one.
I also thought that the ending of True Lies with the plane, I don't know. You know, it's an Arnold movie, so I always want like a fisticuffs or something, and he just kind of gets in the plane and shoots them all.
It's because they just wanted to do something like big and, you know, like set piecey.
Right.
This is deep.
You fucking right, bro. Imagine seeing him at the mall after your mom described him and you think she's a crazy bitch. She's a Pescadero State. Oh, this is new.
Wait. No, I don't think this is new.
Yes, it is.
You'd know better than me, so I don't even know why I fucking said a word. But something else that was really interesting, that shooting over the 8 months to do this, puberty kicked the shit out of Eddie Furlong. He was considerably taller than he was at the beginning of the shoot. His voice changed during the shoot, so he had to he dubbed over almost his entire role, except the part where he's talking about crying and he's all upset. Because they left that in because it was emotional, and his voice squeaking kind of helped. But then there's actual periods where they literally had to dig a hole for him to stand in and stuff, so he'd be the same height that he was.
Oh my God, I wonder if I can notice this.
It would be
no fucking shit.
Yeah, like it was like, but that's the thing. That's why you don't shoot a movie over the course of 8 months, and you definitely don't do it with a 13-year-old.
How long does it normally take?
Like 8 weeks.
Why the fuck did this take 8 months?
I don't know.
Maybe
it was
all special effects and shit.
It was probably a lot of that, but they said this was shot over the course of 8 months. So usually, like, it was released a year after after it started.
Fucked.
So it's like, I don't really know. It might be about when you could get certain sets
or whatever. Yeah, the timing of
things.
Well, because a lot of it looks like, they're on the streets and shit. So maybe, okay, now we filmed on the street this week. Now we got to wait a month before they'll allow us to shoot on the street again. Like, I don't.
Well, I know there were problems with the highway, because I know that they were trying.
Shut the fuck up! I thought I told you to get rid of that fucking mutt.
Yeah, that is definitely the guy from Walking Dead.
Oh my God, this is amazing. The first time I saw this.
Mm-hmm.
You were like, what the fuck just happened there? Like,
Yeah.
you hear this weird sound. You're like, huh?
It's so funny. I actually consider her the biggest chameleon actress in the world because without the research,
She's
I never
the
would
chick,
have
the
known.
tough chick
She's-
from Aliens.
Yes. She beige faced for that movie.
Oh, fucking right. Well, it's just like a tan.
Well, she's Jewish, so it's like,
It's fine.
yeah.
Oh, slick move, eh? What's
was
the
good.
dog's name? Now
Yeah.
I'm gonna say wrong name.
That was beautiful.
That confused me at first when I was.
Yeah.
I was like, huh? What the fuck?
Well,
just
we
happened
were
there?
also like 10.
Like
when
I
that
actually had
happened,
to stop low key
yeah.
and think to myself. I was like, okay, Todd. I was like, what? Like,
What's happening right now? That's a good kill.
oh yeah.
But but yeah, Wolfie was actually the name of Jim Cameron's dog. He named his dog Beowulf and Wolfie for short.
Right.
And that dog actually appeared in Terminator 1.
She's like, I just did that with my arm.
Yeah. Still impressed. He must be kind of new though.
Fucking A, man.
Why would you turn back into that cop now? Because then he leaves
He
and
likes
then they
it.
fight.
He probably
yeah.
likes it. It's
Yeah.
an authority. People automatically see him. He can do more things
Yeah.
than he would as a regular citizen.
Yeah. I'm just thinking you wouldn't want to come out of the house right after somebody died. Maybe you be the wife and disappear, and then while
Oh yeah,
you
but
know.
he doesn't give a fuck.
yeah, fair enough. He
Does not care.
I like this. This was actually interesting because they're basically they're everything that the average nerd would ask. They're trying to get all of this out of the way in one
Yep.
scene. Why can't he just do this? Nope, can't do that. Why can't he do that? It's like Aladdin. Can't make people fall in love. I can't do this. I can't do this.
The rules of the lamp.
Yep. Let's get this out of the way right this second.
No.
Yeah. Sometimes dogs get murdered.
This is also not in the movie,
Yeah.
the theatrical version.
He has sex with this dog.
Yeah, that is not in the theatrical version.
No. Max. Oh,
It's not totally.
nice.
There's a lot of extra shit in this.
I've only seen this version for the longest time, so I have no.
He kills the dog,
Mhm.
and now I realize he fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, how the
Is
fuck
that-
am I supposed to know? Donald Glands?
Yeah.
Looks like it, eh?
Well, I was just gonna say, is that him? But I like this too. Is this guy shows up and then they're like, "Hey, crazy person, here's proof that you're not crazy."
Yeah.
And then, that's,
And
and then
now
nobody treats it like anything. Oh, that is 100% him. Yeah, that's 100%.
And they're like, why don't you tell us what is happening here? And it's
Yeah.
like, even though we're not going to believe you.
yeah. Okay, yes, it is a Terminator. Nope, no, it's not, crazy girl.
Yeah, and did you hear the story? What happened? He went flying through a window
Yeah.
and then got up and walked away like nothing happened.
Well, that happened to Eddie Murphy in Beverly Hills Cop, so I mean, it could happen to anybody.
That is true.
Something I missed from the bar scene. Apparently, where they shot the bar was right across the street from where Rodney King was beaten, and they were shooting the day it happened.
No way.
So,
Really?
yeah.
Holy shit. That's
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah, that was crazy to me. I'm like, why wouldn't Arnold go out and stop that shit?
You know,
It's
I
like
guess
it's an entire room full of giant dudes.
I guess they did like a survey of who would save the world if aliens came, and by the longest margin, it was Arnold.
Yeah.
Everybody was like Arnold. Even people who'd never heard of Arnold Schwarzenegger, when they opened their mouths out
Yeah.
of their throat hole, it went Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
And they were just like, they looked around like, what the
Did a ghost
fuck?
do that?
Because the universe knows that if somebody's going to save it, it's Arnold.
Yeah. Interesting thing about the Terminator 2, this character specifically, Arnold's Terminator, is the only person the only character who is on the AFI top 100 heroes and top 100 villains.
Oh, cool.
Which, I mean, let's put Darth Vader in there. He was a hero at the end.
No, he wasn't.
At the end.
He wasn't a hero.
He stopped everything. He's the only reason.
Oh, that
also,
old bastard would have slipped and fell in there anyway.
Also, there was a really cool point that somebody made that it's not really a part that they lay out in the movie, but it makes perfect sense. When Darth Vader, when Luke goes to swing the lightsaber down on the Emperor, and then Darth Vader stops him, and they end up having that big lightsaber fight at the
Yes.
end. That wasn't him defending the Emperor. That was him stopping Luke from turning to the dark side. Because had he killed him, he would have been.
Would have.
So he was actually saving him.
Fuck did you do that for?
Yeah.
Because you told me to.
That squeaky voice, man.
I like in what movie is it? Last Action Hero, when they go into the video store and it's Stallone. Isn't that what that movie? And it's Stallone in the Terminator 2 poster.
They loved doing that shit with each other because that was like when they did the Schwarzenegger Presidential Library and Demolition Man.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh man.
So apparently he's supposed to be playing like a 10-year-old in this movie.
Like they just came to help you.
I know, right?
Well, these are stunt dudes too. I'm sure I've seen both of these guys in other Arnold movies.
I was gonna say they're either stuntmen for Arnold or they're like second level American gladiators.
Grab this guy with the fucking hair. He's got good hair follicles, man. His hair's gonna rip out. Oh my god, these guys literally came to help you, and now you're getting killed.
I know he's kind of an animal. So basically, the way they explain, and this is a big part of why Arnie doesn't kill anybody in this one, is the way they explain it. Yes, is that he cannot kill somebody unless John Connor commands him to kill them.
Fuck yeah!
So he was now taking that a little too far because he wasn't commanding him to kill him there. But
I'm a Terminator. This is it right here. Yeah, you cannot kill anybody.
I am a Terminator. I've been living in this country for decades.
Oh my god. This is the branch off the real movie. Right now in this thing, he's like, you're not a Terminator anymore. You're a ... And he says, you are a Mexican house cleaner. And then Arnold, it turns into a comedy.
Yes.
Where Arnold is a Mexican house cleaner for a while.
He's just, ay.
Yes. Or whatever ridiculous scenario it would be.
And he also has a very specific method amount of research for Mexican house cleaners.
Exactly.
So if anybody could do it.
I was like, that worked out really well, actually, accidentally.
I did this beautifully.
Going through, whatever, you're a cop, big deal. See?
Yeah, exactly.
Never seen before going in.
I 100% get it when he's out and about. I just wouldn't have left the house as the cop.
Right.
Because somebody, some busybody can be looking out the window and saying, hey, this big-eared
affair with a cop again.
Big-eared cop. This disgusts me. This disgusts me almost as much as the Rob Zombie Halloween rape scene. Who, by the way, I actually, on Dueling Decades, I spoke to one of the guys in that scene the other day.
No way.
He was the host. He was actually the guy from Back to the Future and Children of the Corn and stuff like that, and he got hired to do that movie, and he was part of the rape scene that I did.
I wonder if this guy added the glasses for effect, or if he really wears glasses like this.
Oh god, I hope he added it for effect. How do you, just as two actors in this scene, how do you approach this? Okay, we're getting ready to shoot. I'd just be like, I'm him. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Well, I wonder what they talked about in Django Unchained, where Walter Goggins has got to grab Jamie Foxx's cock.
Oh, that probably was happening offset all the time.
What the fuck?
Walton Goggins loves a good piece of man meat.
I wonder if that was ad-libbed, or I'm sure it must have been in the script, because if you ad-libbed that and grabbed my cock, I would get out of that thing and punch you right in the face.
Yeah. That depends, I guess, on how hard you grabbed it and stuff. If you were gentle, I'd probably be all right.
What if you got rock hard, too, when you grabbed it?
I always do.
He's like, your hands are as smooth as Katy Perry's buttocks.
I would have just...
Not Katy Perry, Katie Holmes.
That would have been way better.
What's her name that was married to Tom Cruise?
Katie Holmes.
Katie Holmes. Fuck! Because he was banging her for a while.
She actually took, as part of her training, she learned how to pick locks just so it would look believable for her to pick locks. I'm thinking you could have skipped that lesson.
Oh, she really did? Well, she's an actress, right? So
she's
she
an
really goes for it.
Yeah, no, I know. But, for all the other training she had to do, I'm like, is anybody really going to give a shit that I was that I just stuck something in there and just wiggly
you know what? For that one lock pick that sees the movie, he's like, yeah, that's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
I pick locks a lot. That's actually really good.
Yeah. And the Oscar for best lock pick goes to...
Yeah.
Marlee Matlin.
How about a beer?
Actually, that is something. Jim Cameron tried to get her nominated for an Oscar, which I think was probably also a way of wooing her at the time. It's like, I'm going to get you an Oscar, lady. Tried to get her an Oscar nom. She didn't get the nomination. He had previously done that for Sigourney Weaver and Aliens, but she was nominated, but she didn't win.
Oh, that's a good way of getting some poontang.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Get you an Oscar, girl. How do you think of that?
And that's why I was like, he should have tried betting Kate Winslet for Titanic, because he wasn't going to get it done with the girl who was in the movie for 6 minutes.
Didn't he end up with the old lady?
That would have been the best.
He likes an experienced woman. How could you be the first one that he, so like she's married to what's her name? Bigelow.
Yeah.
And then he cheats with whoever, and then marries who is going to be the next one. You know what I mean? Then when he goes to work on this movie, you're like, oh fuck, like
see, and that's
he's
the
gonna
thing.
Trade up.
Like
That's what
I
he did
don't,
to me.
I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand how that's not always a thing of paranoia. If you were the other woman, that's like all the Trump wives. It's like all the Trump wives. How can any of them be surprised?
Yeah, exactly. Because you that's how we got together.
Yeah,
which was me cheating on this woman to be with you.
Yeah,
and you don't. And now you think the line is gonna. There's Pepsi. Yeah. You think the line's gonna end now with you? Like
you're the only one for me, baby, except the other ones.
Oh fuck yeah!
So these are the Stanton Brothers. We've seen them before in Gremlins 2, where they were the scientist brothers.
It's like the shittiest fucking coffee.
Oh god, I couldn't even
best.
imagine. Yeah, but like, how good could it possibly be? Like, it's coffee in a box.
Well, Juan Valdez is right on that fucking machine, man.
Yeah, sticky.
Look at them. They're terrible.
Yeah, I know.
They are terrible. Oh.
He was probably like going all method.
That looks pretty good.
That was all right, yeah. He was probably like, God, I wish you were dead so we didn't have to be twins and everything we acted in.
He loved killing him.
He's like, I'd really like to go get an acting job on my own.
He's like, this take, can we flip? And the brother's like, no.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they had set roles, or do you think the director didn't even know they could have switched?
That would have been
like
the best.
After break, they come back, and now I'll be the, and you could be the.
No, I think there are certain people who are really good at telling twins apart, and I'm sure that they played their own specific.
Oh, and
roles.
Linda Hamilton also has a twin
who is in this movie.
That's right.
But and it pissed Linda Hamilton off because she had to do all that training, and then she just had to kind of like work out a couple times a week. Just to kind of like be in okay shape.
And Arnold Schwarzenegger starred in a movie entitled Twins.
Yes. And he has a movie coming out entitled Triplets.
Oh my God, is that really happening?
It's in pre-production. I don't know what that really means anymore.
3D.
Yeah. If only.
Oh, this is brutal right here.
Yeah.
This guy totally earned it though.
Yeah.
Wham!
That was the guy who I guess when he hit her with the nightstick, he kept screwing up the scene and it was hurting her. So she gave him some real swats there because like she got furious with him apparently.
This guy?
According to the research, when they were like beating her down and stuff, he kept screwing up, and so they kept having to redo the beat her scene, and she would getting irate with him. So that was like her revenge. I'm glad she switched. That was the
receipt.
Yeah.
Got her receipt. You know, he did it on purpose because he's really a creepo.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm in a scene where I'm going to make out with Selena Gomez. I keep fucking it up. 3 days later, we're still doing the scene. Yeah. This guy likes to beat on women, so he kept screwing the scene up so he could continue to beat on her.
Mm-hmm.
That's admirable.
Oh, speaking of like creepo like guards and stuff like that, apparently it came out recently from one of the actresses in Sucker Punch that there is essentially a Snyder cut of Sucker Punch out there.
Well, yeah, because I had heard that, when they start dancing, it cuts to an action scene, but they also have the scene of them just dancing.
Yeah. Well, the scene of them dancing, too, apparently is supposed to be them getting raped at this place.
Oh, it is?
That was what...
Stupid movie.
Yeah. Oh, it was a terrible movie.
Oh, man. No, that movie was just like all about women's rights, man. So I don't understand how anybody even fucking hot... You know what fucking kills me, man? Yeah. Is when they talk about viewing numbers from streaming. Yeah. Which is completely fucking bullshit. Yeah. I pay $10 for Netflix. Yeah. I will watch anything that catches my eye. Yeah. It's not the same as plunking my money down and going to see this piece of shit Snyder movie. And they're like, oh, it was such a huge hit. So then, so now because of the streaming numbers, Snyder will continue to make money to make these pieces of shit movies.
He's got another one coming out that is apparently just like a ripoff of Star Wars.
Of course it fucking is. He's a fucking hack.
Yeah.
He is fucking atrocious.
Yeah. Well, it was so funny because you saw the zombie one. Why am I not thinking Army of the Dead?
I didn't even I was like, holy
I was like, you saw that before me, and then you were just, and I was like, okay, I got it all.
Oh my God. Like that movie was just so dumb. Like it was like robot zombies. All of a sudden, nothing is explained. Because clearly it was like, now I'm going to have this whole scene where we find out they're actually robots. Oh, this poor old bastard.
Oh, I love this.
Retirement there, bud. Yeah, he sure did.
That isn't. Would you have like the wherewithal to say that after you've been shot?
Well, no,
you son of a bitch.
He always does things like that. He's
Yeah.
always pointing out the obvious. That's kind of his thing. His wife gets mad at him.
That's why, like when he opened the door for T-1000 to get in, he's like, "I'm letting you through."
Exactly.
Closing the gate.
It's kind of his thing.
Yeah, he was the first ever described video.
I love when he grabs Buddy and fucking smokes him in the pole.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, man. One little slip, Buddy, and it's over.
I know, right?
That's fucking blue freezy juice, Buddy. You are fucked.
I always love that. There's no way, Connor. No, it seems like it's a pretty good way. Like
No way, Connor. Don't shoot him with that blue freezy juice. It's diabetes for sure.
Oh, man.
If she shoots it, he will turn into Wilford Brimley.
Diabetes. I actually did. I made
Diabetes.
After I did that dueling decades with the guy from Wheatus, I sent him. It was a picture of it was a picture of Wilford Brimley. I replaced the Quaker Oats with Wheaties, and then underneath I just put Wheatus.
Wheatus. Mean. Oh, damn. You chose the black guy. Fuck.
Yeah.
Tone deaf getting some good fucking screen time here.
Anybody who hasn't seen it, I mean, we can't say enough good things about that. Go see that movie. I think we'll
go see it in theaters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Some midnight madness has got to be playing.
Oh, that's a good shot right here. Take the kaplow. Pushes bone right up through his nose brain.
Nose brain.
Yeah.
Ew. So this movie, it did so well, it outperformed the entire gross of the first Terminator in 4 days.
Nice. Fucking right it did.
It was the fastest, or it was the first movie to top $300 million worldwide.
James Cameron.
And yeah, it was just, or not worldwide. Its international gross was $300 million.
I'm really
because Star Wars doesn't do that well internationally.
Like I'm domestically. I'm sure that doing he's been stuck on Avatar. I just want him to go back into action movie mode.
He's got
Get out of this Avatar. Go do, you know what I mean? He could have made so many cool movies by the time all these stupid fucking Avatars get done.
I know. He's got a couple of things coming out. He's got one called Last Train from Hiroshima, The Survivors Look Back. I can't tell if it's a documentary. It sounds like it's a documentary, but it's the way it's listed as a drama.
It's a dramatic documentary.
So, and that's what I'm saying. So I was like,
fuck.
But then the other thing is called The Informationist, and it's about an information specialist hired by an oil tycoon whose daughter disappeared 4 years ago.
Say that again.
It's called The Informationist. It's about an information specialist hired by an oil tycoon whose daughter disappeared 4 years ago. She has every right to be freaking out. The sun should have come out first. And
I know. Why would you let Arnold? Well, no, he's probably like, it's dangerous out there. Yeah. I gotta go first.
Yeah.
Coincidentally, Mom's right there. They think they're gonna have to go save her. She's already broken out. She pulled a Harley Quinn, Suicide Squad 2.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I can't wait to put this needle in you. He's not going to kill you all.
Oh, see you, Tone.
That would have hurt so much.
Boom. Oh,
that guy probably died.
Yes, so did the other guy down in the basement here.
I do like the pie thing. That always made me laugh. I'm just like, because he's not gonna hit a woman in this. He's just gonna give her a shove.
Mom,
focus, Mom. Focus. Why are you with him? I'm a bad guy, Mom. You didn't know. That's what.
Yeah.
Great line. I'm not ready for any of this.
Oh, Buddy's still standing there.
Yeah. This was cool. Yeah. This is a great thing. So the way they got this sound was literally just a can of dog food like leaking out of a can. That's that sound.
That's fucking hilarious. That's what they did that.
And the guy who did all the Foley work for this, he's like, it's really funny. He's like, they got $50 million to do this, the CG for this movie. I got 35 cents.
I got 35 cents.
He's another person who got the
I love that run.
He got the training from Uzi Gal, and that. So like they were actually trained to to really fire these guns the way they were doing it and stuff. That was cool. I really like that squeal it does too.
See, that looks awesome.
But that's
a real practical effect, I think.
Yeah, they actually blew up his face.
See, that's what happens to Crystal Pepsi.
Yes.
When you put it to the perfect temperature.
Yeah. Which is room temperature. It's just purchasing.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
So all the gunshots in here, this actually permanently damaged Linda Hamilton's hearing.
Really?
Because they had earbud things in, like earplugs, and she forgot to put them back in between takes, and then like when the gun went off, just the echo in there, she permanently damaged her hearing.
No fucking shit.
So way to go, lady.
They don't look like they're wearing fucking earplugs.
Well, they're not shooting directly in their ears. Yeah, like it's not like they come sticking out like crazy.
It's probably a skin color.
Yeah, they could be those little.
They do come sticking right. You ever put a fucking earplug in your ear?
Yeah, I put it.
Does it like sink? Oh my god, you use like the back of like a knife and shove it. Yeah, so you hear the crunch constantly. It's like when they do the fucking Sovid test where they rip your brain out like a mummy's brain.
Yeah,
this guy, Conan O'Brien.
Boom. I like that. So I was looking at Arnold's like upcoming roles and stuff. He's in Kung Fury 2 coming out.
Oh my god!
And he plays the president. Michael Fassbender's also in it as Colt Magnum. David Hasselhoff does like a voice, and Jorma Takomi from the Lonely Island plays Hitler.
No way.
Arnold is
Kung Fury was amazing.
Yeah. Also, he's in The Legend of Conan, playing Conan again.
Oh, no way.
And then he's in the pre-production of Triplets is still there, and then there's a TV show called Outrider.
Is that where they're going to add Eddie Murphy?
That's what I mean, I don't know what's underway right now. It might still be under pre-production because nobody knows what the fuck's happening.
Right. It's just a name.
It might just not be like it may never happen, but that's just kind of where it is. James Cameron really didn't want Eddie Furlong firing guns. He just didn't want to have a kid firing guns in the movie. So they just had him because they figured
reloading for them.
They figured with his mom, he would know how to do that stuff at the very least. And like to know how to do all that stuff before you actually need to fire a gun would be like a useful skill.
Oh, she definitely would have taught him. Mm-hmm. But he's right. It probably would be a bad juju to...
Yeah.
To have some kid. See, this is how you fucking do it, action directors today. This is a fucking action scene.
Yeah, this is great.
Like, holy fuck. Like, it just goes and goes and goes. And you're just like, holy shit. Mm-hmm. Oh, fucking right, buddy.
I always try to think what else they could have thought about with like the with all the metal stuff. Like, what other metal things?
Oh, like flipping his head in half and coming up from the floor.
Well, I mean, like, what else could he have made himself into, even?
Like anything inanimate. He could have been like a fire hydrant or
that's what I'm saying is like what like creative stuff other than what they did could they
this is what I thought was going to eventually take him down.
Yeah.
When they noticed that a piece has come off him.
Yeah.
And I thought they were slowly going to take pieces off of him until he was just a little
That would have been really cool. I think that would have been a funny...
Played by Billy Barty.
That would have been amazing. That would have been a very fun... I like how it soaks into him like this. But that's the best that liquid metal looks is like basically from the hospital scene on.
Yes.
It looks really good.
Yep. Fucking,
this is really bad green screen.
I know the whole movie. These scenes are so shitty.
It looks to me like the old school way, like the Hitchcock, like have like a projected way.
That's exactly what it is. I think
it has to be.
It's a screen behind them.
Yeah, and beside, and in front. Oh, I said it before it happened. Oh, they finally get a hello. That's good news.
Hi, Mom. You're a boy. I love that big lip acting.
Yeah.
Bottom big lip.
Yeah. I want to create the weird paradox, but if I'm in the future to lead the army, I don't get killed.
Exactly. So I can do whatever I want. Yeah. No. Stop bugging me.
Yeah. Just make up your own.
I just saved your life, Mom. Okay, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You should be. Terribly sorry. Smack him.
No,
Yeah,
you
it looked like he didn't need anybody's help there, lady. Oh, yeah.
imagine he just like had some attitude. Oh, any orderlies lick your face lately?
Yeah, pussy. What's wrong with your eyes?
It's gonna put on some Nirvana and emo out.
Nirvana's not emo, but I hear you.
No, Nirvana's not emo. I'm just saying
The
like,
emotion
it's
that
just-
comes
yeah,
along is emo-esque.
Yeah.
Well, I was born in a factory in the future. Had a part-time job with kittens.
My
Actually.
My name's Sergeant Candy. That's still one of my favorite things. I wish that would have like, I wish they would have gone further with that. Did you saw that the Terminator 3 was like, I think it was an outtake or like a deleted scene or whatever.
I don't know.
It was basically like a promotional video for Cyberdyne Systems.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and basically it's them introducing. They're like, we picked the perfect person to be like the model for it, and it was Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he had this weird Southern accent. He's like, "Hi, I'm Sergeant Candy," and he's just doing whatever. And then it goes to the back.
I don't remember it very well, clearly.
Yeah, and then it goes to the back, and it's the guy who's like Baby Bon Jovi, who was in like Event Horizon and stuff like that. He's back there.
Oh, yes.
And then there's a guy.
Baby Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I know exactly who you're talking
Which
about.
really funny. He was in an episode. I was working today, and he was in an episode of Zoe Busick Wildcard that I broadcasted
Zoe
today.
Busick Wild Card.
But anyways, somebody says to him, they're like, we got to do something about that voice. And then he looks at him, and it's Schwarzenegger's voice. He goes, we can fix it.
This is cool.
Yeah. Whoa. Why do they
She really looks like she's really digging in there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's probably still got a little aggression towards him. She's not super.
Oh, yeah. She's not really happy with him after the last time they met.
Well, there's a scene that will be in this one, I'm pretty sure, that like really shows her aggression towards this dude. We'll get to
Makes
that.
you a more efficient killer.
That's such a dork all the time. Why did you call me a dork?
yes.
I have feelings.
He said he lasts 120 years. Is that what he said?
Something like that, yeah. So yeah, this is the other version. So they said it to read only when he was a bad guy. Which basically meant he had his programming, his computer, he couldn't learn and be more human.
Right.
But now they've changed that, so now they're about to or it's still like that, but they're gonna reset him. In the original
I don't think
version,
this is in the theater
no,
version
this isn't.
either.
This isn't in the theater version. In the original version, he just says he's a learning computer. He doesn't mention the fact that it's set to.
Oh, cool!
setting.
This is why he can learn and shit after
Yeah,
this.
because they're going to reset him. And the other one, they just said he is that. That is what
I
he
was
is.
literally just about to say when they got here that there hasn't been a lot more of the scenes that weren't in the theater, and then this happens.
Yeah. Yeah, and then he resets here.
Oh, fuck. This explains so much shit when they leave this in.
Yeah.
This is like the Lord of the Rings extended cut where you're like, fucking A.
Well, what's crazy though is they could have had they left it alone, like when they said my brain is a learning computer, that was
That's it.
fine. That's
Done.
enough.
Yep.
But now they've just changed it and they created they put a whole extra scene in.
Cool. Isn't that what they blasted on the Death Star? You just gotta put one laser blast down there and he will just explode. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, cool.
This is his acting.
I have seen this version, but one time, I think.
This is like the only version I've seen, probably like the last 4 or 5 times.
That's amazing. Yeah, this is totally new. Well, not well.
Yeah.
Not in theaters.
Yes. Non-theatrical.
Oh, now do something dumb. Slap him.
What's interesting is when they did the that 25-year anniversary 3D thing, it went back to the theatrical version because Jim Cameron did not prefer this version.
Oh, really?
He actually prefers the theatrical version, so, which is really weird. See, she was going to destroy him right then and there. Boom.
Oh, cool. Good scene. Good scene, actually.
Yeah.
Well, he probably thinks that it probably slowed the flow down.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Well, and like it's like how many times can you like? Oh, I was gonna.
True.
Yeah.
Good. Very good point. Look at him. It's like his wax figurine in fucking Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
See, the good thing with doing special effects for Arnold is he looks like a living animatronic.
Yeah.
And so it works.
Well, a part of what makes him look like a wax figure too is they mixed a little petroleum jelly into his makeup. So when they put it on, he has like a glow, kind of like a waxy figure
Right.
to his face. That was on purpose.
Ooh.
I do love that logic of like, this was I sent him here. Like, do what I say.
Well, nobody else said this is also the only proof you have that you're. Oh, she was like, damn, I was actually shooting for it.
That would have made. Now my arms
missed.
Now my arm's too tired to try again.
Yeah, my mom's a bitch. His head hanging around there.
Yeah. It'd be amazing if it's like, man, what goes on in his head when he's shut down and it goes inside and it's just like.
It's just a dancing cigar.
It's a ridiculous cutesy screensaver. Nice. Now the question is, did they just do that with like artificial lighting and they just changed it from like day to night, or did they like do the shot twice and edit?
This is sweet. Easy money.
Are we learning yet? He was really good in this movie. He got a bad rap because whoever his representation was not picking the right material for him afterwards. Like those,
he was a big star after this, man.
Yeah, but I mean,
could have been, right?
And the pressure was on definitely for on him because like his first movie out the gate was like one of the highest grossing movies of all time, but like his representation should have been way more like picky with him.
Buddy in John Carter. He was in John Carter, and he was in another one, and they were both like $200 million flops.
Oh, he was also in Wolverine.
No, he had two movies in the same year. It was John Carter and Battleship.
He was in John Carter. He was in Battleship. He did the X-Men Origins Wolverine, all flops, and
that was it.
And he's not bad. Like,
no, it's not his fault. Like,
it's not his fault.
Like you said, he just picked the wrong ones.
And John Carter, I could see. Well, it's
plus
really...
John Carter was directed by.
Yeah.
What's his name? The guy who directed Wall-E and
yeah.
He was awesome. And it's like, so his track record is like amazing. So this one was nothing.
Okay. Sci-fi movies in general are a hard like spacey sci-fi movies are a really hard sell nowadays because everything.
Oh, it was just a terrible movie though.
It was, but it automatically gets compared to things like what was it, that Valerian in the City of 1,000 Planets or whatever it was called. That would the
movie was pretty cool actually.
You know what was a better movie than I gave it credit for the first time I saw it? Ender's Game.
Oh, I never. Did I see some of that?
It's got a little at the beginning, anyways. It's got a little kind of like Armada or like Last Starfighter kind of vibe, where it's like, oh, you're good at games, and so you're gonna be a good
I think
leader.
I saw the end of it on TMN.
Yeah. But it was good, and a lot of good people.
They fly, right?
Well,
they fly.
There's
Space
different
machines.
things. Well, there's a bunch of things. Like they actually fly like drones that they control from like wherever.
From their mind.
And then
this is new.
Which was also really funny.
Right,
this is where he learns how to smile.
smiling thing is...
I remember that. It was creepy as shit too. That's see, and that was actually this is some of Schwarzenegger's favorite stuff to do in this movie because he liked adding the comedy to it. Or because otherwise it has to be so goddamn stiff in these movies.
Right. Yeah. Then it comes right here is where it normally.
Yeah.
You like your mayonnaise sandwich, Mom?
And I do agree that for the most part, I think with the exception of maybe the Michael Biehn scene, you could have done without all of them.
Oh, that's probably why James Cameron just didn't, it just adds to the runtime of the movie.
Yeah.
I dig that shit, though.
Yeah. Well, and it's just a pacing thing, right? Like, he's like, this slows, like you said, it slows the movie down. And all that. But like the people who wanted to do these re-releases or these like new DVD versions or something, they wanted to give people something new who had seen the movie 100 times, which I think that's fair too. But
major drag, brah. Major drag.
Yeah. It is such a bummer. Imagine having the knowledge.
Is Denzel Washington.
Yeah. But imagine having that knowledge of like the imminent end of the world and just watching everybody like dumbly running around and just be like, oh. I'm telling you.
New.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, there's a lot of new shit in here.
This is another thing. Again, it's just extra exposition that really wasn't necessary because like we know this. He just gets really
in detail
specific like about it. Like this is for somebody who wants to win like a trivia night.
Well, I'm gonna fucking win this one, buddy. Self-aware at 2. That's usually when I become self-aware. Is 2:14 in the morning when I piss the bed. Uh-oh. It does not want. Do not pull that plug, Todd. Huh? Yeah. Do not pull that plug. I'm afraid I can't let you do that, Todd.
Yeah.
No, not Jesus. Jesus.
Imagine all of a sudden it goes to the back seat and Jesus is just back there with him. He's like, yes.
No, Jesus, dressed as Jesus. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Don't tell her.
Yeah.
This is new.
Is it?
Yep.
I remember.
Yep, totally.
See,
holy fuck.
See, no, I feel like I remember this from the other one.
That.
But I feel like I remember this because I feel like he says that Miles Dyson Bennett is the or Miles Bennett Dyson, I mean, was the person, and then I thought they cut to this scene. I don't know. Again, they all meld together. It's the same with the Lord of the Rings things. It's like I certain things I know for sure are part of the extended, and then certain things are like little chunks that were added to a scene that already existed.
Right. No, that's what they.
That's how
I don't think this is. Because when the first time you see them, it's the remote control.
Oh, is it?
This is not in the original.
There's a big model of the processor right in front of him too.
Yep.
This is definitely
Nope.
Again, way more exposition here than necessary. See, that's the thing about like a movie like this is as complicated as it is, it's very simple. Like it did not require.
Well, that's why he cut it out.
Yeah.
This is definitely did not need to be in there.
Yeah,
and it's not.
And she's like, this supercomputer, blah blah blah. We're fully aware. We know all this. In fact, I'm pretty sure she
cut out the pointless exposition shit.
Yeah, because it's like she covers it. Like Linda Hamilton covers it in the prologue. She's like, this happens, this happens, this happens. Get it through your head.
Yes, it does. Don't you lie, devil woman.
Oh, start Frenching.
Don't you? She already licked.
Look at that old computer. That old ass computer with its like 8.5-8-inch floppy or whatever it is not making Skynet. I'm just gonna put that out there immediately. It's like Skynet.
Raging waters.
Like, if anything, if it was creating Skynet, it would literally be the Sky Mall.
That whole thing is cut out, and this is where it comes in.
All right.
That was a lot of scene there that got cut out.
Yeah, that was
from when they left the diner to right there.
Yeah. Ooh, look at all this rattlesnake.
So it's like 5 minutes of fucking shit they just put in.
Yeah. I could deal with that though.
Yeah, yes, I agree. I agree. I think it's cool because I don't remember it. It's neat.
Yeah.
It adds to me, but a first time viewing.
Yes.
I agree with James Cameron.
Yeah.
I feel like it drags a little.
But it's one of those things like what? So like how long would this movie would have been just north of 2 hours then?
I think so. Like, that's why when I said 2.5, I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like
I knew when I opened it up, I'm like, yeah, this is the other version.
Cool, I dig it. You think they're paying the satellite bill?
Probably not. So this movie won 4 out of the 6 Oscars it was nominated for.
All tech stuff.
And this was the only movie or the only sequel in the entire 20th century that got an Oscar nomination when the first movie didn't.
Oh, cool.
So it was the only one. The only other two movies to ever do that were The Bourne Ultimatum and Mad Max Fury Road, which were both after 2000.
Right.
And I mean, Mad Max Fury Road's kind of like an iffy. Like you could almost like treat that as like a reboot or something.
Or
like
something,
that.
yeah. I wasn't the biggest fan of that movie.
I didn't mind it, but I couldn't watch it more than once.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
it was
I was just like, what the fuck? Like,
because it was fun and it gave me the vibe again of like, oh man, yeah, Mad Max. But then it's like, what am I gonna do with this now? I'm done now.
I'm gonna go Bob on you. Okay.
Okay.
Tatsuchi.
Originally, I guess Enrique was supposed to be like these guys were supposed to be like a militia that she had befriended, and I'm like,
Well,
it's
that's
still
the vibe that I get. They're just old and they're not
Yeah.
really doing their thing anymore. But
yeah. I think that they just removed any reference to it, and it's just like, yeah, these people know their shit. But I just pictured he was gonna step on it. I don't know why I called the poor baby it. That's adorable though. Could you imagine being that kid and having that for the rest of your
oh my
life?
god! Well, if you could go to these things and be like, I'm the kid from the cover of Nirvana's Nevermind. That kid
Yeah.
could be. I'm like the kid that Arnold lifts up in
Yeah.
Terminator 2.
Oh, absolutely.
I'd pay the guy $5.
Yeah. I'd get a cameo from him where he's like still wearing those overalls and he's hanging from a thing.
Oh, fuck
Lots of
yeah.
weapons here.
There's extra shit here too. I think.
And then what was it? T3. They've like have another secret cache in her like grave.
Oh yeah, her fake grave.
Yeah.
And then Arnold picks up the fucking casket up with one arm and fucking
Yeah, that
and
was
Buddy's there hanging out of the cemetery so you
Not-
can see it again. Cigarette falls out of his mouth.
not a good movie, that one. I did not care for it.
No, neither did I. And the Terminatrix was lame.
Yeah.
Like
It was
they tried, but I mean,
Yeah,
where are
yeah.
you gonna go from liquid metal, and then now suddenly she can
Liquid.
shoot and shit?
Liquid
like it really
metal.
made. What's funny is that the liquid metal guy makes more sense than a robot whose arms can turn into guns and shit.
Yeah.
Like where the fuck are the bullets coming from?
Yeah. See, it would have been actually interesting if it would have also been part of the liquid metal. She was shooting parts of herself.
Right.
So she could only shoot so much, obviously. Otherwise, she's like,
Then she'd have to
gonna
get
do
it back.
herself. And then, like, it would be cool. Like, that would have been a cool scene. Say, like, she shot somebody and he's dead.
Pulls it back.
And then you watch. No, not that. You watch it all ooze out of him like blood, and then it all pools up and
Back
then goes back
into-
into like it did with.
Well, no, she have the ability to call it back. So it would go into, then rip out.
Like what I'm about to say is the dumbest thing, but I'm like, that doesn't seem very realistic. You know?
See, this is new.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the period where there's such a weird like combination of things are happening, because it talks about all the training he's been doing with his mom so he could be this big leader and whatever. But then he talks about himself in the future sending stuff to the past and whatever. He's like, there's no fate but what we make for ourselves. I told that guy that to come back and tell my mom. Like, and I'm just like,
I didn't
well, no.
tell you to fuck my mom,
Yeah,
bud.
but he's like past tense saying he did something that the future self of him
Right.
himself, and I just like my brain started to twitch a little bit, and I was like,
All this shit is new.
yeah, it does matter.
It cuts right here. This is it right
Yeah.
here.
They did a Mythbusters on the whole minigun thing, and they basically said that it doesn't matter how strong you are, nobody can hold one of those while it's firing.
Really? Arnold
It-
can.
It would be
What about the T1 to T800?
well, they calculated the T800 weighed like a couple 100 pounds, and the force from a minigun per second was 8,500 pounds. So it would basically be like getting hit by a truck.
Wow, fun, just
While-
firing it.
just by pressing that button.
Sweet. That makes Arnold even tougher.
Yeah. Because they were saying that with Predator 2, because it's essentially the exact same setup as Predator 2, the way it's held on the Y-frame and stuff like that.
This is in it.
Yeah. Well, it's in it now, so even if it wasn't in it, it's in it.
Right.
But he was
You
born.
did.
Yeah. I helped kill him. See, this is
That
more
doesn't
that's
even
a,
make sense.
I met him in the future.
So, like, how does that work then? She didn't get impregnated until he came back through time.
Yeah.
Which she was sent by her son that he made.
Yeah.
See, that's what, just don't think about it. Don't think about it.
Exactly.
Just watch all the pre-explosions.
That's exactly it. Well, and I mean, time travel is such a, it's like anything else in any other movies. I've said this a number of times. Give me a set of rules and I'll follow them. You tell me, okay, this is how these are the rules of time travel. Okay, for this movie, these are the rules of time travel. Okay, wizards exist. Yep. Bam, wizards exist. There can be an alligator Loki. I don't believe that for a second. Ben, that caught fire. I know you're not. You're that one episode behind as we're recording this right now.
At the end of that episode.
Yeah. But like he gets his own shots in episode 5, and like everybody was just all over it. Somebody found a picture of an alligator, like a T-shirt with an alligator on it, and I watched a whole video where they did a silk screen pressing of the Loki crown on top of it, and then gave that to their son instead of just buying them an alligator shirt. It's like, no, it has to be an alligator Loki shirt.
That'll be the next big plush toy.
Yeah.
Like Gargru's over now. It's
Grogu,
Loki's alligator guy.
Do I smell crossover?
They're both green.
Alligator Loki and Grogu go on an adventure. Grogu sits on top of him and holds the helmet or holds the crown to ride. I'm on board with this.
He should have been his dad.
Watching John.
Why didn't I sleep with him?
This gives me the Platoon vibes. Just all the journaling kind of thing.
Oh, that's the best part of having kids.
Yeah, I know.
Like, come on.
Getting drunk.
It's my fucking kid.
Yeah. She's starting to like fall in love with it. She's like, my boy needs a daddy. I'm your daddy.
I saw this big robot cock when we turned him off.
Yeah. How do you not check that? I think she would have had her son not been in the room.
What?
Had her son not been in the room.
She's teaching him to be a leader. Sometimes you have to look at robot penises.
Yeah.
She should have just typed in there, gonna go kill Charles Dyson.
Yeah. That's like the old Hot Shots thing. When the dude's going to the hospital there and they're all running down, they're like, check his penis. Is it bigger than mine? No, doctor. Okay, this is going to hurt. And just bites his nose. So as good a time as any to talk about the box office. We've been talking about a lot of things, like I said.
Fucking, you've had some really good shit in here, man.
This one's full of, like, it took me over an hour to get through all of the research and stuff this time. So it was
over an hour.
Yeah.
Put the work in.
You got to do it.
It's more than I did.
But it's opened number 1 in week 1 against Naked Gun 2.5, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, City Slickers, and Problem Child 2 was the new.
Oh my God, so it was literally this movie versus a bunch of comedies.
And Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Oh, right. Sorry, I was thinking Men in Tights.
Yeah, that wasn't Men in Tights. Then it stayed number 1 week 2. 101 Dalmatians re-release came out. Boys in the Hood, Point Break, and Regarding Henry were all the new movies out that week. Number 1 week 3. Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey and Dutch were the new movies that week. Stayed number 1 week 4 against Mobsters, V.I. Warshawski, Life Stinks, and Another You.
Oh my Lord, of course it did. I'll go see T2 again. Fuck, I ain't V.I. Warshawski.
It went down to number 2 in week 5 when Hot Shots finally took it off the throne. And I just mentioned Hot Shots, so that works.
Yeah, that was weird.
And it beat...
This is the one here.
Yeah,
this is the one.
There you go. And actually, the baby is her real kid. That's Dalton. But, so yeah, anyways, so it beat Doc Hollywood and Body Parts that week. Week 6.
Body Parts.
Yeah. Week 6, it went to number 3 behind Double Impact. And then it beat Pure Luck, Bingo, and Delirious.
What is she going to do? Run from the atomic blast?
Well.
She's like, hurry, if you just look at me now, you won't be...
Yeah.
See, this is what happens in a nuclear bomb. Yeah. Your skin lights on fire, you scream.
Yeah.
Then...
Well, you got a little bit of time before you die.
Oh fuck yeah.
Just so terrifying. So the models of the cities and stuff like that were made mostly out of like shredded wheat and crackers.
Really?
Just like for the distancy kind of stuff, right? And so when they had to, because they had to reshoot this like a few times to get different angles and stuff like that, and they it would take them several days to reshoot it or to reset it all.
I have dreams like that all the fucking time.
I literally had like 3 dreams in a row the other night of my wife just turning off her alarm. Because it was like, I was afraid of sleeping in that night. I was really worried about sleeping in. And then I just kept having dream after dream about my wife turning off the friggin' alarm.
So lame.
I know, right?
I have these absolute well, they're not terrifying, but they're always like totally fucked up dreams. I wake up, I'm like, holy Christ.
Some other movies that, like new movies that it beat in its like run. It beat Mystery Date, The Commitments.
Mystery Date?
I don't know. Dead Again, Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man, Showdown in Little Tokyo.
Oh my God.
Fisher King ended up beating it, but when it came out, Terminator beat it first. But that was because not because Fisher King was in limited release, but it obviously couldn't have made as much in less theaters. But then the following week, it ended up being number 1.
Oh, because of word of mouth.
Mm-hmm. Actually,
it's a pretty cool movie.
Which was interesting too, because Jim Cameron was on board to potentially direct that movie up until
Gilliam did it, right?
Yeah, up until this came out.
Shit.
Or until like this, they were able to finally do this. It got okayed and stuff. Because again, this was shot. I've never seen a movie of this level shot like dealt with in such a short period of time. A trailer comes out 1 year, almost to the day before its release, and they hadn't even finished a script at that point. And then
that's crazy. Mm-hmm. It's crazy that it turned out so well.
Another big thing too is and that trailer was like a godsend for it, because they were really concerned about the amount of money that it cost. It made back all its money before it ever showed in the theater because of the distribution deals it made.
Oh, no shit, eh?
Because of that trailer and announcing it.
I wonder if that trailer kick-started some ideas in James Cameron, too.
I'm sure.
They don't even have a script yet, and then suddenly you get to see this cool facility making the TV's play. Like, whoa!
Yeah. I don't, like... I always try to think, like, what would be the next... Because it's always the same thing in these, right?
We haven't seen the T-1000 in forever at this cut. Mm-hmm. That's the one thing I'm going to say against this cut of the movie.
Yeah.
We have not seen the T-1000 in a long ass time.
Because they keep adding shit, like, to stretch out the amount of time. Absolutely.
See, I don't think this is in it either.
Yeah. This is stretched.
I don't like to learn anything.
Yeah, nobody's gonna teach you feelings better than a 13-year-old boy. Because
he's like, she's gonna blow him away, and then they get into the car, and then it cuts to this right here.
I like that she has her sexy militia outfit ready to rock in Guadalajara or wherever the hell they just were.
She just traveled a long distance. Thankfully, how long did she drive for? I think they were New Mexico or some shit, and now she's in Delaware. This guy looks like he lives in Delaware.
I really like the you're right. This was the first thing that appeared
right here. Yeah. Well, no, other than him at the
at the facility.
Yeah.
That was the first time you saw the family.
Yes.
Yeah. Which I would have maybe done with a shorter scene, but I think that was a good time to given a little introduction, saying this is just a regular dude with a family who doesn't he knows not what he does. He goes back from whence he came.
Well, exactly. He doesn't know. Yeah, yes. You're doomed.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, she's not going. Fuck. No. Thank God for this kid.
Yeah.
Well, he eventually ends up dead anyways. It feels really making her feel real guilty, lady. He doesn't know what the fuck, Jesus Christ, he's just following research. He's just doing his thing. He doesn't know that the whole end of the fucking world is going to happen.
Yeah, apologize for the multiple yawnings. It's 1 o'clock in the morning here.
I don't apologize for yawning. I'm a human fucking being. I'm not a goddamn robot in the bedroom, maybe.
Yeah. That just means he's emotionless.
No, exactly. I'm just a bad sex robot.
Yes.
Just being a robot doesn't mean you have to be good at it. They're like, we programmed to be terrible in
Yeah.
bed. How are you doing? Great. Programming, we're great. Jesus, look at this.
She's also a good
Oh.
scared actress.
Yeah, she does do scared very, very well.
Yeah. I feel like maybe they just didn't tell her this was going to happen. So like, you guys are just, she thought they were just making a really nice family
No,
movie.
actually,
about,
Morton, Joe Morton actually married her and lived with her for 5 years in this very spot.
Yes.
Just to prepare
Yeah.
her reaction.
Yeah. What's this cameraman doing here today? Oh, just documenting what a beautiful family we are.
Oh.
I always remember that like spray of blood that came out. Like it was just kind of like a goop.
I was wondering why this movie was rated R.
Yeah.
Like-
This is actually, if you adjusting for inflation, this is the highest grossing rated R movie of all time. It was just the regular highest grossing.
I don't even understand why it's rated R.
It's just all the violence. It
Just in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of it is bloodless because it's the
Yeah.
Terminator and the T-1000.
Yeah, no, I know.
Do what? What?
But yeah,
Take my kids to the park? We already did.
This is actually one of the few rated R movies too to get a really big like merchandising and all that kind of deal. Like
Oh,
lots
yeah,
of
with
toys.
the toys and everything.
Actually, when I was
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
that was a big part of its success too, is kids got brought to this movie despite its rated R.
Well, in the States, you can bring your kids.
Well, that's exactly it. Here, it probably
That's how
wasn't.
I saw it in the States.
Yeah, here it probably wasn't rated R. Well, I don't remember. I don't know what the I think 14 plus or whatever it was.
14A.
14A existed at that point.
Oh, get over it, lady.
Yeah, you already put bullets in him. It's a little too late to start feeling guilty about it. Either finish the job or don't start the job.
Yeah, can't puss out halfway.
It would have been the best if that girl just was looking at her and just like looks into the camera and goes, "Fucking white women."
Yeah, check on the other guy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he has the other guy. He has the more qualified person doing that. Yeah, no shit, Mom. You did almost.
Yeah, you listen to a lot of stuff there, Mom.
I would have done it.
No mercy.
Mm-hmm. No fate.
No fate but what we make.
For ourselves. What are we going to figure out?
Something.
Yeah.
For dinner.
That'd be the best.
He's like, I haven't eaten in a long time, Mom. He's like, can we just eat here?
Imagine she goes, "Yeah, let's have fish and chips." And all of a sudden, Arnie turns around and he goes, "Mission complete." And then you find out
complete.
You find out that the protein and the omega-3s from the fish and chips actually makes John Connor unstoppable in the future. And he's like, so it's
This is when they ran out of money.
Yeah, it's irrelevant
Just
that
ending her.
yeah, it's irrelevant that Skynet gets made now. And it's just
Clean penetration, no shattered bone.
oh,
This is what I say after sex too.
yeah,
Held here, the compression, the bleeding will stop.
clean penetration. This is you checking yourself. Clean penetration. Yep, no shattered bone.
Yeah.
My bone's in good shape. Apparently, some company started making like old man sex dolls. And I'm just like,
When they're old men.
yeah. And I'm like, the only thing I want to know that they're permanently soft. Like that would make me so happy. Apparently, this was another scene they ended up cutting down.
Sex.
They
Look
made
at the
this.
guns
I
on
know
them.
they made this considerably more graphic originally. Yeah, like maybe give them a little warning about what's going to happen. He's a robot and he's going to prove it to you. Like that's what I
rip
would
his
say.
whole thing off.
Yeah.
He could have just cut part of his finger off.
No, because he needs to see the arm because he has the arm.
Oh. They know that.
Yeah. Yeah, because like when he was telling the story, he's like he got hold of that stuff and that's what started everything.
Whoa.
I want him to give the finger with that. Imagine going.
You can't smoke in here. This is a non-smoking house.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Also, no shoes, guys. Like,
Sorry, blood all over the carpet. I mean, Jesus Christ.
so I found out what he actually does. And if he doesn't actually die in this movie, he goes on to make the Dyson because he needed to clean his carpets after all of his craziness.
That's the real Skynet.
Yes. Yes, it's a net that they put in the sky so leaves can't fall on your carpet.
Thank God. I like how Arnold wasn't allowed to wear a glove because of the thing, and now he's got a glove on.
Yeah. Well, because he just cut off his, like, they didn't want to have a robot hand for the rest of the movie.
Cheap.
Yeah. Speaking of the toys again, do you remember the one that I had? It was like the exoskeleton, like, formation thing. Where,
Yeah,
like,
and
you
it
put
was
the
like,
Play-Doh around
it should have been like edible.
That would have,
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
creepy crawlers.
Yeah. But essentially what it was just like white man skin color.
They had
Play-Doh.
They had one too that had like battle damage when you hit him with his chest flip and then there'd be damage.
I had that one too, actually. But yeah, it was basically just like the endoskeleton guy, but then you would put the what's it called? You'd put that Play-Doh stuff all around, and then it would have like the shape of Arnold Schwarzenegger minus like the hair color and eyes and stuff like that. But then when you'd like send him to battle with, you know, the T-1000, he could take damage, and then you would just have like little exposed parts of the skeleton again.
You know what? It's been way too long without action in this cut.
Yeah.
We'd have been way into the Cyberdyne heist by now.
I'm not super concerned about it only because the set piece stuff in this are so big that you can survive a break.
Oh, totally, yes. Once they go to Cyberdyne, it's like that till the end of the movie.
Yeah. Well, it was kind of like my general opinion about like the action in, let's say, like Star Wars Episode 1. You had like that big pod race scene, which you're like, oh, this is a big cool thing to look at. Then you have the gigantic like lightsaber fight at the end. Like you didn't get a lot of lightsaber fighting through the whole movie, but then you got the hugest one at the end, and you're like, okay, well, I got something that like was worth the price of admission at the very least.
Oh, fucking right.
Mm-hmm.
It must be destroyed.
Yeah. I love that though. He's just kind of like, okay, so how am I going to get you guys out of my house?
I don't know why they wouldn't just like throw a bomb in there.
Yeah,
like go somewhere. Well, going to Cyberdyne doesn't seem like it's that.
I think that you have to ensure its destruction. Yeah, you could throw a bunch of bombs in there, but it could theoretically survive.
It could live, right? You want to see it be destroyed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I picture a dark road.
Yeah, actually, that's an interesting thing too. The ending that we know. They built another ending, or they had like prepped another ending for the movie, and the producer hated it, but it was what Jim Cameron wanted. So they tested both endings of the movie with like test audiences, and the one that Jim Cameron wanted bombed.
What was it?
It was basically her as an older woman playing with her granddaughter, John Connor's daughter, like in a park and like tying her shoes and stuff like that. And then older John Connor was there and like all that stuff. And everybody was just like, they're like, it's too positive. It's too like whatever. It was like, and it doesn't, and it just makes you think like the story's over.
Right.
Whereas the one they have is
like garbage. That sounds like fucking garbage.
Yeah. And the producer was very adamant that was the case.
Oh,
come on.
Oh yeah. Let me just lean. Click.
Yeah, let's just like.
Well, if I'm gonna let you into the building, I'm gonna have to get my keys that are way under the desk.
Let
me just reach down here and.
I like though. Joe Morton was just trying to do this a way where he wasn't gonna get fired. He's just like, I just want to, carefully sneak in and just
this
get
is the best
it done.
part, Hobie. I know I love it so much.
Yeah.
This is like me at a job. Only I'm not like taped to the thing. I'm just sitting on the shitter.
That's what I'm like. Every public restroom I've ever been in is me, my mouth taped and tied to a urinal,
pants
face
down, and a letter from George Michael that says thanks for a wonderful time.
No, I only seduce Republican senators and stuff like that. The ones who like vote anti-gay, like on anti-gay bills and stuff, but then go have a ton of secret gay sex.
Yeah, those are the best guys, right?
I would just to expose them. I would do unspeakable things with them.
Oh well, no, they already have. That's the best part. Those people are the people that should be the most ashamed of themselves.
Yeah.
Because it's like they're out there committing the acts, but then they condemn and
Yeah.
You know, like I never understood why anybody would have a problem with anybody. Like so it's not like you're eating your dinner and then 2 naked gay men smash through the window and you're like, not again. Here they are. You know, it's like what people do behind. Who gives a fuck?
It's because nobody knows how to read the Bible. is essentially it. They're like, they can't do it, or they have to. Yeah. Well, no, but they're always like, a man cannot lay with another man. That's in the Bible. It also says if a woman wears 2 like mixed cloths, you have to kill her.
Yeah, like
so
it's just,
go do
it's
that.
just ridiculous.
So,
No, they the reason that there's the problem is they cannot read, so they go to church where a guy who pretends he read the Bible tells you what you're supposed to think.
he's made his choices on what to teach out of the Bible. That would be like going into a math book and then just seeing a bunch of different numbers and then just reading them in whatever order. Where you're just like, okay, 1 + 9 is 37.
That's right,
because those are all on
any,
that page.
That's right. They don't know any difference anyway. So,
which I mean, it probably is, but I've never looked it up. But I know my phone could probably tell me, but who could be bothered? I wonder how easy a question you could ask Google to the point where it finally condescends you. Like if you're like, hey, what's 2 + 2? And it's like, Jesus, are you kidding?
She's not on the level. No. You say things to her, call her a fucking bitch. She doesn't even say anything. I know. That's a good woman right there.
Yeah.
That's a good woman.
Yeah. I like that Google just never bothered to, like everybody else has like Alexa or Siri or like, we're not naming ours. It's Google. You're asking Google the way you've always asked Google.
That is kind of cool, right? Because they're trying to like personalize the thing. Don't you read all that? He's like, they're burning the books. Uh-oh.
This is new too. This is new.
No, it's not.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't recognize it.
Because he hears it on the thing, on the radio.
Yeah.
Boop. Yep.
I know her.
150.
Yeah.
From essentially like now to the end of this movie, it's nonstop fucking action.
Pretty much.
And that's like, it's like a half an hour for fuck's sakes. It's like Rambo 3. Nothing happens, and then the last hour is just like, Jesus Christ, like.
Rambo 3 is a bloodbath. And my favorite thing too.
Killer.
My favorite thing about that too is like he's like helping Al-Qaeda.
Against the Russians.
Well, that's the thing. And that was like, the thing then. That's what I always
He's like, that's the pop machine. Yeah. That's not doing anything.
That's a Pepsi machine. Pepsi's delicious. I was told to say that. It's in the script.
Ours is like breaking tables and furniture. He's like, you got to break like the electronic shit there, bud.
Yeah. Why are you smashing my knickknacks? The thing I do like, though, because most times in a movie like this, the guy would not be able to let go of his baby. And he would be the reason why like something went wrong.
Right.
And this one, he's
lying. And then when he gets in there, he's like, no, fuck it. Puts it in his pocket.
He hides a little something, then ends up getting killed. And then that thing gets destroyed anyways or whatever. But he just ends up being like, no, I'm not actually on board with this.
Like whenever you have a monster movie or a disaster movie, there always still has to be the bad human guy.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that.
Yeah. I think it's because... not to be too artsy fartsy about it.
You need something to care about, and if it's a monster or something, right?
Yeah.
Like,
but those movies are not about the monsters; they're all about like the human condition. Would be like the nerdiest way of saying it. But like Night of the Living Dead is probably the premier example of that. It's not about the zombies; it's about the humans, what they do.
How they act in the... Yeah. Oh, this machine is amazing. Is this Atari makes this? Like, dear God. You can break into government facilities, take money out of things.
Why does he say easy money? It's a key.
It's just an easy keezy.
Wouldn't it be great if they did another Terminator and he came back as John Connor?
Easy keezy.
Yeah.
That's what they need to go back and do. Fix right there.
Yeah. When I was looking at his credits, he has a credit in Terminator Genesis as John Connor reference. And I'm like, well, that's interesting. What does that mean? Like, is it a picture of him, like, kind of like putting him back into the canon as being John Connor? Or...
I did dig that one. Like, the movie, they didn't really pull it off, but I love the idea of John Connor eventually got taken over and he was the bad guy. Remember that one?
Yes.
And he was all, like, techno-y. Like, they were, like, nanobots or something.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, because when he sent the one guy back, and when the one guy was going back, like Kyle Reese, when Kyle Reese was going back, he notices somebody jump on John Connor, and then when they come back, John Connor's the bad guy.
Isn't Taron Egerton or something like that, John Connor? Who am I thinking?
Oh, fuck yeah. Here's your stupid meaning a lie scene. He's clearly holding it. Look, he's shooting it too. It's fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger.
So apparently there's a bit.
And they call it a minigun.
Yeah, I know. It's because it was named after Minnie Mouse, who was a mass murderer.
Yeah, because this looks like he's really shooting this fucking car with bullets, man. Like, I don't know how they did this.
Oh, squibs, baby. Squibs and foe.
Just blow it all up, eh?
Because he's well, I mean, and also just think of this: there are people there, so he's definitely not shooting at it.
Sure, he is. They added the people in after.
Yeah, these are unimportant people. I didn't see him. I think I missed him because we were just yakking. But Dean Norris, who was from Breaking Bad, and he was in Starship Troopers and all that stuff. He was one of the SWAT guys.
Oh fuck yeah!
And
that looks like he was holding it upside down or something. It was weird.
Yeah. Not for nothing, Magneto took care of this a lot faster.
Yeah, he sure did. Oh shit, he's aiming right at us!
This is me playing Grand Theft Auto. This is how I finish every day when I play Grand Theft Auto. When I'm like, okay, I'm done. I go on a rampage that makes every cop come at me until I die.
Until you die.
And I'm just like, literally, I have all the weapons in the world, and I'm just like firing rockets at the helicopters. They're falling down, landing on the cop cars, and it's just like, I live in a circle of fire.
I played, I don't really play the game, but I played it at someone's house, and I got a mission where I had to drive whatever and then end up on a boat and steal these jet skis.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I totally fucking crashed the car.
Yeah.
But the mission kept going for some reason. So I just ran in the direction of where it was telling me to go.
Yeah.
I ended up on the beach. Then I swam all the way out to the boat. The moment I got onto the boat, they're like, mission's done. We did it. I was like, fucking A. Then I jumped onto a jet ski and then just followed and won.
Nice.
I was like, I had to do absolutely nothing.
Nice.
Because I just fucked around until I ran into them again and then rejoined the mission.
Yeah. There's one similar mission anyways. It was.
Wait a second, sorry, just remember that.
Yeah, okay.
Right? He says, we've got Skynet by the balls. He should have held up the Terminator's old balls.
That would have been very
They had his arm, the microchip in his balls. Anyways, continue.
No, I'm on board. I'm glad you interrupted me with that. No, but I did a mission the one time with you had to get on a boat. It was like the character's daughter was on the boat with all these like shithead like drug dealers and stuff. So you have to sneak onto the boat, and then you have to like kick the shit out of the drug dealers, and then take off on one of their jet skis.
That's probably the same mission I'm talking about.
And then but then afterwards they're chasing you through, and you end up having to drive through the like these like little like canal waterways and stuff like that, and then take them all out.
I think that was the mission. Only then I fell off the jet ski and then ran on foot.
Nice.
And then when I got to the place, it said they all just showed up. And we're like, we did it. And I was like, oh, right on.
Huzzah.
I'm sure it was that same mission. It's got to be. There's like how many jet ski stealing fucking missions do they have?
Well, it would depend, because if you're playing the online version instead of like just the game version.
Oh, that's what it was too.
Okay. Because they would have different things. I've never actually played the online version.
Oh, he just forgot who his mom is. He just watched Joe Morton get shot. He's like, Mom.
That'd be the best. If Jim Cameron thought it would be a smart idea to swap the characters. He's like, you're Sarah Connor now. He's like, nobody will see it coming because that's not a film device. Pow, pow.
Who did the music for this?
I don't know. Ooh,
I didn't even see the credits. I was trying to look, but then by the time I wanted to see, it was like gone, I think.
Yeah.
Boom.
I'm going to need to reformat this thing in my Rodecaster Pro because it is filling up.
What, how am I?
My memory card is
Oh my god. I was going to say, this didn't even film this one.
No.
I'm going to get home and go, bad news, bud.
Well, that's specifically why I'm doing it on two things. We're doing it on video. This is where I will probably take the audio from. But then I'm also doing it on here in case something goes wrong with up there. Because I don't want...
Arnold's not fucking around anymore.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with our John Wick situation again. I still don't know what happened with that. There's Dean Norris.
There he is. That guy's in Total Recall.
Yes, he is also in Total Recall. That's correct. Robert Patrick too is something I wanted to mention because they didn't get a chance early because he was gone
never
for so
understood too,
goddamn
but
long.
he's holding up he's just holding it up over the detonator,
Well, this was him just trying to get everybody to get out.
Where he's like,
I'm gonna draw. Yeah, that was him being a good dude. So Robert Patrick, he's got some stuff coming up. He's in Martin Campbell's The Protege, starring Sam Jackson and Michael Keaton. He's in a movie called The Hot Bath and a Stiff Drink 2 with Frankie Muniz.
Oh my God.
He's in something called What Josiah Saw. It sounds like he's playing the lead character in that, seeing as his name's Josiah. And in that movie, Nick Stahl from Terminator 3 is in it.
No way.
And he's also a voice in the HBO animated version of Peacemaker coming out.
Oh, look at that one.
That was so good. This was a rented building too, and they did this to this building. Like legitimately, he rented this building. They asked. It's interesting because they asked a lot of questions.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, like it was like ask a stupid question, get a stupid answer kind of thing. Because they asked him, they're like, "So how did you blow up that building?" They're like, "Oh, he's like, I rented it and I blew it up."
That's amazing.
And then they were like, "What did you use for the liquid nitrogen?" Liquid nitrogen. He was like, "You can't use anything else for liquid nitrogen because it doesn't look like liquid nitrogen."
That is fucking awesome. I'm sure they rented the building and then blew the fuck out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Mommy. Nice.
I'm sure when he shoots this guy with the thing that
I'll
he's
be
dead.
back. Yeah.
I don't think he's really...
Yeah, he shoots them in the leg like it's okay.
He's pretty loose with it now, right? He's like, it's getting desperate.
Yeah.
He's...
I'm also going to put to you that when you shoot somebody in the leg with a shotgun, the odds of you hitting the femoral artery is high. And that's probably the number one places that you're going to bleed to death if you get shot.
Oh, this is cool. This is cool.
Oh, that was I hate a quick change like that bothers me. See, that was an okay shot because it was profile.
He's really taking it here.
Yeah. Just knees. Pew, pew.
Oh, God,
also,
I'd rather you just kill me. Like, Jesus Christ.
I want to do a sequel to this movie that has nothing to do. Yeah. Yeah, I want something that has nothing to do with the Terminator. Dead. Oh, yeah, probably.
Maybe not, though. They got bulletproof vests on. It looks like it's just...
and it's not a bullet. Off. It's just like a canister.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, my God. Is Ghost Rider here?
Flaming motorcycle wheel. This is so fucking cool.
I'm still really excited for the Ghost Rider that's supposed to be coming out soon.
Marvel needs to make a Ghost Rider movie.
Well, it's funny because they are, but it's like different. Like it's because I told you about this. The guy who played Ghost Rider in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is playing Ghost Rider again, but he's not playing the Ghost Rider from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like he's the same. He's playing Robbie Reyes and all that, but they've completely just removed everything he did in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. from it.
Right.
It's just like, no, it's its own thing. And
I never watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I wasn't into the cheap TV Marvel.
Oh, see, to me, it just got better. So he learned with his learning computer.
Mm-hmm. Good thing they did that, or he never would have got that car started.
Yeah. Like it was just an interesting way to tell new versions of like the Marvel stories with like eventually excluding like all the main Marvel stuff. At the beginning, they were like everything was tying in. Oh, come on. Just teach them how to, like, survive the tear gas. Why
didn't you teach him that before?
Suck it up, you baby. Yeah, like, that's how they should be waking him up every day.
Tear gas in the room.
Tear gas and then, like, pepper spray on the eggs. All that good stuff. I love that he, like, I'm not walking. I did all that running before. I'm not taking another step in this movie.
This is the coolest shit ever. If anybody had to wake me up and by shooting tear gas or whatever into the room, you would still have to say my name.
Yeah.
You have to go, Todd. And then
because you would think that wasn't for you otherwise.
No, I just wouldn't even notice it.
Yeah.
I would just continue sleeping. Oh,
this is good, this melty bit here. Whenever he's like the sill like that's cool.
And his reflection?
Yeah. Get out. That's good.
No problem. Not a problem.
Yeah.
On it, bud. You didn't have to say it. I'm on it.
Yeah. I was like, just get my seatbelt off as to speak.
Can you at least fly over to the grass? I mean,
Yeah.
come on. It's a parking lot down there.
Yeah. I'm not.
And then he just leaves them there for the whole movie.
That'd be the
He
best.
leaves them there. He's like, fuck it.
Yeah. So he looks like worse for wear. He looks like he's got the flu at that point.
He looks like
He's probably been up
Drew
for days.
Barrymore. Well, she made E.T.
Oh, E.T. I was thinking Poison Ivy.
Oh my God. Have you seen her on her talk show?
Oh, she's
Jesus God.
She's all the negative energy in her life has turned into this ball of positive energy that's just like,
oh my God, it's been true.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my. I was like, I liked you before. You're killing me, lady.
yeah.
Like, you are fucking killing me.
Yeah, I think there's a reason Kelly Clarkson got Ellen DeGeneres' spot and not her.
Oh, I like that Kelly Clarkson.
Kelly Clarkson's a peach.
I dig her, actually. Really, she seems like
Yeah.
a down-to-earth
Yeah.
human being.
Yeah. You know what? It's a really funny thing to watch if you've never seen it. On Seth Meyers, he does a thing every now and again called Day Drinking with Seth. And he goes out with some celebrity or celebrities and they just get drunk at some bar at like 10 in the morning. And like they'll make drinks for each other. Like he went out with the Jonas Brothers and they all got hammered and went bowling.
Nice stunt.
And
It's not like a very like a flashy stunt, but that is really fucking hard. To do.
And a legitimate stunt. They were going to CG that, but they felt that it wouldn't look very good. So the pilot was like, "I can do it," and they just did it.
No shit.
Yeah, that's hella
Look at
hard.
that.
The low
How do
flying.
you film this shit? Like, look at this crazy shit,
Well,
man.
in short, with another helicopter, but
No,
yeah,
so they're
sorry,
flying.
sorry about that. Yeah, Jim Cameron, like
But
he's
how
got a
many times
jetpack.
You have to do this.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
God,
Like,
yeah.
holy fuck, man! Like,
The only thing I can think is that they've got a few helicopters grabbing shots, and they're like, whatever one works is the shot
is
we're
the
going
one we
with,
use? Yeah.
because we cannot afford to do this twice.
Boom.
The guy actually died
Fucking
there.
A.
He's dead now.
Now, there's not his co-pilot.
God is his co-pilot.
Oh, bam.
Just the thought. Maybe hit the brakes instead of jerk the wheel all the way to the left. I've got a flat. Let's jerk the wheel.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this bastard.
Yeah.
This is like right out of the first one.
Yeah.
Pretty much. This scene right here.
Why
It's
is
James Cameron's dad.
Why is Danny DeVito not playing that guy?
Danny DeVito played his gut.
Why is
God damn, you ain't even got a scratch on you, boy. I ever see. Holy jeez.
yeah.
Just like my wife.
That should have been the guy who played like Mr. Heckles and Friends, and he was also in he was Carl in Billy Madison. Crazy Carl, that should have been him. Yeah.
That's pretty good, actually.
Why does every extra have headbands in the movies we've been covering lately?
Yeah, what the fuck, eh? That's funny you say that because I ordered a sweatband.
That's hilarious.
It better work. It said women's, men's. So
Yeah.
I'm like, it's for both. I
No,
guess?
it's just for the men of women. So it's just like it's
fuck,
like
so I gotta fit.
you got to get a woman, and then you'll be a woman's man, and then you'll be fine. I'm a man's man. Take that for whatever meaning you want it to.
He prefers the company of men. Who doesn't?
Yeah, I love that. He is a homo. Yes, sexual. What?
I'm glad that guy made it. Well, I don't know what happened when he hit the ground there, but
Yeah, he might have just had a heart attack too. There was a chance of that. He wasn't in the best shape, and that would have been scary.
oh, he jumped over.
Nice.
What did I say? Polygal?
Something. I'm sure it meant something. It's probably something really nerdy to the art department, right? It's like it's a nickname they call like one of their people or something like that.
T1000 could run faster than that.
Yeah. Oh, he could have caught
Guy
this
do like
weird
75.
house on wheels.
Why is he even driving the truck? That thing's not even moving.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, I know what's coming up. I'm the kind of guy who does not like being told what to do in like a harsh situation, and so that would just be me yelling at her and getting us killed at that point. I'm like, seriously, like, yeah, I
You're
know.
just panicking.
I'm doing everything I can here. You're gonna need to chill the fuck
There's
out.
so much shit going on in this whole thing, man. Smashes out the window, lands on the helicopter, steals the helicopter. There's a helicopter shootout with the truck. Fucking smashes it. The helicopter explodes.
He turns the crank, which snaps the plank, which boots the marble right down the chute. Knocks the ball right into the pole.
I can't even remember that.
Knocks the ball in the rub-a-dub tub, which flips the man into the pan. The trap is set. Here comes the net.
You should get a free version of that game just for remembering that. Like, holy fuck.
Mousetrap. I guarantee it's the craziest thing you'll ever see. It's probably like if it worked, it was the craziest thing you've ever seen. Otherwise, like the most common thing you've ever seen. Yeah. Usually, like you'd hit the one thing and it would get stuck right off the bat. It's like
you're just like, wow.
It was like the end of the first Jackass movie where they was trying to do a Rube Goldberg thing and every single bit of it failed, and then they just had to fake it to make it look like it was working.
This is the best shit. Mm-hmm. Fucking A.
That's a great stunt too. Like it's like it seems so simple. Juiced him. I want to watch that John Rambo with you and just watch that guy get juiced.
I was thinking about that the other day. That's hilarious. You say that
every time.
Just turns him into juice.
I will watch the movie.
Man.
I will watch the movie until the moment that happens, and then I'm like, okay, I'm set now.
It looks great when he rolls. It's like the shittiest special effects.
Yeah.
Well, not shitty, but not. You know.
I know what you mean.
Something to laugh at.
I forgive you. So apparently this was like a closed down plant, and they made it look like so functional and all that the people who saw this movie who used to work there thought they had opened the plant back up and like that nobody told them.
Hey, I know that guy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's my old foreman.
Yeah.
At least they're getting out.
Mm-hmm. It's the only time I felt like a man was when I was wearing a hard hat at my work, doing a TV job, wearing a hard hat and steel-toed shoes.
Yeah. Pretty manly.
Well, it was so funny though because I didn't know the meaning of hard hats, so I just bought one because I liked it. Like it was like, ooh, blue, not knowing that the colors of hard hats have meanings on a construction site.
Oh, fucking A. So like a foreman, the guy fell down. We need your help.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not filling out that paperwork. Let him die.
He's the foreman, all right.
So this is actually an interesting thing. They shoot this in a couple of pieces. One bit is actually an amputee. This is an amputee. Then the part where he's all the way down, they've just buried Robert Patrick's leg into the set. So when you could so his legs are just underneath the ground there at that point. But when the legs were breaking off, that was just an amputee.
Oh man, that is so fucking awesome.
Yeah.
He's like, whoa, look at that.
Yeah, that was really cool. The way they dealt with all of this was really interesting too. Because that's one part of this is like, oh, he's dead, but then, oh no, he's not dead. Spoiler alert. And then, spoiler alert for this 20-year-old or God, almost 30-year-old movie. Jesus Christ, this movie is almost 30 years old.
I'm almost 30.
Yeah, if only, eh?
Yeah, if only.
You fucking old bastard.
Always like, yeah, give him the look, baby.
Yeah. Somehow Eddie Furlong is the oldest person now out of everybody.
I thought that was the end of the movie, though.
Oh yeah,
totally.
Other than what they need to accomplish at the very, very end, I would have been okay with that. I think. Got
totally, but then it goes even more.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. It's icing on the cake.
Because then you get the fisticuff.
Yeah.
Fucking part.
Mm-hmm.
It's always nice to just see Arnold get his ass kicked too.
Oh, absolutely.
Like in The Predator, this one. It's not like Steven Seagal where nobody can even get one hit in on him.
You gotta have stakes, right? And I mean, it's hard enough to do that with. Why didn't they just get more liquid nitrogen and pour it on each individual piece, and then
that's the shit I took yesterday.
And then just take chunks and just toss it into the fire bit by bit.
Yeah, you know this shit where you just wipe your ass a million times and nothing happens. There's just always shit.
No.
And then so you just slap, you just fold, chew, and just slap it on your ass, and then just fucking get on with your day. Fuck this.
Yeah, you absorb and all.
Yeah, it's like liquid mercury. I'm just like, get the fuck. Oh fuck, look at that. That was in the video too of the Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
A lot of this fight scene is in the Guns N' Roses video.
Mm-hmm. Bloom. Yeah, put your weight on your injured leg, Mom. So this is some real doctor shit. It would have been really interesting, though. It would have been an interesting twist if, like what you said was right, if he was missing pieces of himself, like then he
and then it's
would,
like Billy Barty coming after them.
yeah, no, but not like shorter, but like just like deformed a little bit. Like
Right.
he couldn't create his whole face now, or something like that, right? Or like a piece of his hand, like a couple fingers were missing, or just have all these. I guess
And then
that
they
would be
somehow use the pieces, like they form the pieces into a weapon that can kill him.
yeah.
Even though that doesn't make sense because he's of it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's new.
Yeah. I remember this, though.
That's new.
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause it's so hot.
Yeah.
They should have left those in.
That was an important one.
Yes,
to me.
they should have left that in.
Yeah. The another thing they wanted to do, I guess Linda Hamilton really for some reason wanted a scar on her upper lip. And they did some makeup tests for it and it looked good and all that, but then it kind of like occurred to her that
See, he's getting
yeah.
all.
Yeah, that's cool. But it occurred to her, she was then gonna have to like come in and spend like hours in the makeup chair to put a tiny scar on her lip. So they just abandoned the whole thing, which I think was probably smart.
So there's like a flaw in the T1000 because the
Yeah.
T800 there, he's not melting.
No, but he's
Plastics
awesome.
never go to style.
That's the thing, man.
They think you got something better.
That's something they say about the T800. They don't make them like this anymore.
Go. You know, I can't say anything else because every time I speak, it's like $1 million.
That's our next T-shirt. They don't make them like this anymore with the T800 than the T1000 underneath because they make them like this.
I like that.
We did it.
Oh, fuck. Predator mode. Oh, fuck, there he is.
Get out of there.
His shoe ain't gonna do nothing but on. Oh, come on, Arnold.
Yeah.
Look how they're just throwing each other
I
around.
know, eh? That's a fight.
There.
That
they
was
showed
cool.
that in the video.
Yeah. I like that.
That is
too.
so cool.
See, this is where, like, this is the first time you get to see kind of how much more advanced he is, like, to really beat him. Because, like, he's adapting and stuff like that. Oh, another arm.
That's what they should have done in part 3.
Yeah.
Because this is the one loose end in this movie. Is like his
Yeah.
arm is the same fucking thing. His arm's in there.
What did they say in Terminator 3 to get around that?
Who the fuck cares?
I feel like it went just as, oh, it's going to happen anyway. Like, that was just
It's
like
inevitable
it's
now
just,
at this point.
Yeah. There is fate. But
Once they came up with that cell phone chip. Huawei.
Huawei.
Got you, girl. I got you. Your sister's around here somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine like this is really what it was like there. Like sparks. Like it's like so unbelievably. There's like you're standing next to a molten lava field that's just spewing.
Yeah. This is where, and like just down the way, Anakin and Obi-Wan are having their duel.
There's like, oh yeah, there's so many fights happening in here.
You just hear in the
And they're
background, I have the
filming-
high ground.
And they're filming a Poison music video.
Yeah. That was an old Patton Oswalt joke, actually. He was talking about, it was maybe a Night Ranger video or something like that. He's like, they're just a factory that just makes sparks, apparently. They just manufacture sparks.
You gotta have all hot chick workers.
Yeah, like what is the safety level of that place? Like literal like molten shit
I know,
just
just
falling on a
flying
walkway.
everywhere, like. Well, now maybe because they fucked it up, the guys haven't done their jobs because they all ran off.
Wow.
So now it's places get a little fucky.
The shop steward's really gonna have to spin this.
He's like, "What's your story this time?" He's like, "Okay, this guy, I don't know, it was like a liquid, and they were shooting each other, and the truck flipped over." And he's like, "Oh, you and your bullshit, you're drinking on the job again."
It's good. Sounds to me like you're not wearing your proper ventilation. And you're just breathing in our sparks.
Spark breather.
Yeah. Like it's so amazing to see him now compared to you just see him now compared to then though. Or like he looks like he's aged so poorly. I know it's all been a long time, but
It's been a very long time.
But I would say he aged the worst out of the cast of this movie.
Arnold still looks pretty good.
Arnold still looks pretty good. She still looks pretty good. Ooh, I like that he's really making a meal out of teasing her like this, eh?
Making a meal out of it.
Yeah, man. Call to John now. No. Oh, that's probably another part. The fucks. The fucks get you rated R.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, he saw Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah. Is that more of that dog food?
I couldn't tell you. I'm going to go ahead and say yes. I'm going to say that every sound effect in this movie was somehow contributed to by dog food.
Especially the gunfire.
Yeah. It's the gunfire was just kibble being spilled on a metal grate.
And it sounds amazing. Like you never know. Nobody's ever tried it at home, right? Well, fucking give it a go.
The helicopter was just shaking a bag of kibble.
I said that. That's why the guy only got paid 35 cents.
This was great. This part is
You're like,
amazing.
holy fuck, Arnold got fucked up.
That's the thing too, and it's because like there's a chance where you think like I legitimately thought, and I still think today,
I thought Sarah Connor was gonna take him out in the end.
I thought that that guy was gonna get killed, or at least like incapacitated to the point where he couldn't take part anymore, and then it was gonna be all
or John or Sarah was gonna take him out. I thought after this, I was so disappointed when he was dead.
Yeah.
When I first watched the movie and I was like, oh my God, he just lost.
Yeah.
I was like, holy fuck. Like,
that's how you do. You got, but like everything else.
Younger, more handsome model.
Yeah. Like everything else IT, you just have to unplug and plug back in again.
A good Terminator. Still going for it.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't that be amazing? So he's completely incapacitated, he shuts down. Then John comes over, he takes his jacket off and sees a hotline, like a tech support hotline, and then calls that number, and then he helps.
Cyberdyne. This is the resistance.
And then
take your call.
And then they help talk him through rebooting the droid.
Oh yeah,
a robot.
You gotta see him as like a paperclip in his mouth.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, now what?
Yeah, he's got that little reset hole. You have to stick the pin in or whatever. Then you have to reset the date. It's like, God, okay.
You know what? Because he went the clock clicked to 4 zeros.
Yeah.
Y2K style. Mm-hmm. This is very Aliens.
Yeah, I was just gonna say exactly the same thing. I was like, that scene was just. It's like they just molded him over Newt.
Yeah.
They were saying
clock.
They were saying almost all the breathing in this movie is all ADR because like they're always in these loud places and it's hard to pick up those sounds.
What they're
like
breathing?
On set, like where he just got down, he was like, like that wasn't like on set capture.
Right.
They had to go in.
He's still going, baby.
Yeah. He's got his backup system. Yeah, pull it out. It'd be the best if he went to pull it all the way out, but then it reached the bottom and he had to pull it all the way.
He can't pull it out any further.
And then he had to push it all the way up. So he's just going back and forth trying to sort it out. Trust nobody.
You got that right. I gotta shave this goddamn beard off. It's fucking pissing me off.
I only just shaved this morning or this afternoon.
Shave your balls. Shaved in a while. Shave your fucking ass crack.
I will. If Manscaped will sponsor us.
Oh my God. It's about time we get rid of them dangleberries.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Yep, trust her totally. It's fine.
Our butt cracks look like a homeless Jamaican man's armpit. Yeah. Oh my God, there's two of them. How could that be?
The twin. Oh.
See, that was not in it either.
Yeah. That was a...
She just shoots her.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a good way of figuring that out, I suppose. But it would have been...
I suppose.
Yeah. It would have been better to me, that scene, so he has a gun. This would have been a time for him to fire a gun. Would have been, she says something or does something that makes him know it's not her, and he shoots. I was okay. I was okay with what happened. I'm just saying I think that would have been more interesting because the one person who's least likely to do that shit.
I like that sound. Like,
Yeah. Oh my God, is he being Dikembe Mutombo now? Not in my house.
His fingers should grow longer, and
That's how Dikembe blocks everybody. Man.
oh fuck yeah!
Like Dikembe Mutombo hasn't played in like 23 years or something like that, and he's still my only frame of reference for basketball blocking.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't enough.
Mm-hmm.
He's lots of pieces.
So he's
now.
gonna run over there and drop kick him.
That's so cool. I want that toy. My
Makes like some
process.
demon noise.
The screaming in here, the human screaming that you can hear in this bit is Jim Cameron's voice, and I think they run it through a bit of a processor.
He has to form into all the.
Yeah, just to remind you.
Well, we saw her in her bra there too.
Mm-hmm. This is when you find out that regular Linda Hamilton could do this.
Not the twin sister though.
But now my question is, so who was original T-1000, like the Robert Patrick look of T-1000 based on? Because he's not like the T-800 who gets like a specific shape put on him. He can acquire any shape. So is he like, is he based on like maybe somebody from the Resistance that was captured, or there's a backstory?
Good question. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, maybe he picks his own form.
Yeah, because he
can do that.
Because he showed up as somebody, and assuming
Right.
that he was only around the.
They were probably like, yeah,
machines
just
at
pick
that
a
point.
look. This
Yeah.
is what humans look like.
Yeah.
Just play around with it.
Yeah, I like these ears. Really? Sorry, Robert Patrick. I love you.
Hey, I love your ears.
Uh-huh. Hey, no, I'll give him credit because he actually liked a tweet of ours when we were talking
Fucking
about
right.
when we were talking about Double Dragon.
Like I said, greatest bad guy in the history of cinema, in
So
my
good.
opinion.
So good. Like as much as like we said, I loved the idea of the Michael Biehn as T-1000. It's like Robert Patrick did such a stellar job that it's like,
Well, it melted that fucking guy.
yeah, it should work. Imagine it did the thing like the ring in Lord of the Rings where it just kind of like floated on top. They're like, oh, son of a bitch. So you actually didn't have to destroy the T-800. They just shove him in, so he'll shove it under the
So push under.
the magma. This looks really cool, though. Get rid of it, John.
Yeah, don't you remember, Arnold? Your arm is still in the fucking machine over there.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, this was an interesting twist, I guess.
Whoa.
Well, I tried to, but John wouldn't let me.
Oh yeah, your fucking arm is still there, bud.
Mm-hmm. That still isn't going to get you your life insurance. That's still suicide.
No, it's not. She pressed the button.
Doesn't matter. He asked for it.
assisted.
This is assisted suicide. It still doesn't count because he didn't have a terminal illness.
Remember that movie? That movie where the guy cuts his pecker off? What the fuck name was that movie? The Package. Did you ever watch that movie?
No.
It was amazing.
No.
He
Oh
cuts
yeah,
his
no. You
penis
saw.
off?
Yeah, you told me about that. You saw it on what was it, Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the one scene, they're like in the very end where they actually get to the kid, and they're pulling him up in the helicopter. He sticks his thumb out like this, and the one kid goes, "He's reverse Terminatoring," and then all the kids go, "Da da 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 da."
That's amazing.
Da 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 da. No, you don't. You fucking android.
That sounds. That's something like a that's like a Prince lyric. I know now why you never cry.
And I know now why you cry.
Oh, and now I know why you whatever. It doesn't really matter. It's because Prince is dead.
Oh, poor Prince.
That's still very sad.
He's got no arm there, girl. Oh no, he's
Yeah.
going for that one.
That's an awkward thing. I see that every now and again in like an interview or something. They're interviewing some like war hero or something. They reach their arms out to
Oh, sorry.
to nothing. And the guy usually plays along and just does this kind of thing.
Right.
But I'm like, that person's gonna carry that to their grave.
Yes.
It's gonna be the last thought they have before their friggin' their light flickers out.
I'm sure that'll be the one, right? I tried to shake that guy's hand. Fuck.
Yeah.
What a dumb thing to do.
Like, for example, like George H.W. Bush's is going to be the time he waved at Stevie Wonder.
I can't believe I waved at a black guy.
That's a thing.
Mama's going to be real mad at me.
Oh, God. Not what I meant, but okay.
You know that's what Bush was thinking.
I know. Well, Kanye told us that George Bush didn't care about black people. He didn't say which one.
Well, apparently Trump does, though.
Trump loves them.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently.
Yeah. He's not a slumlord.
Oh, fuck.
It's beautiful music, too, eh? We'll have to keep an eye on the credits, because I honestly don't remember who did the music for this movie. I think it was Celine Dion, now that I'm thinking about it, but... Imagine just... Oh, Terminator.
Oh, we'd be really crying if this was Celine, bud.
Okay, his brain, you would assume that his like CPU in that had like melted by the time he got to his arm. So
No, now it is, look.
Okay. So it was able to withstand
Oh, man.
the
Just for a
molten
minute.
metal enough.
Just for a minute.
That should be the next bad guy. That is the T-1000 comes out of.
Well,
the
that's what I
molten
thought the
stuff, now
ending
he's
would be. Even
molten.
they were like, he's dead, he's terminated. Then all of a sudden, the whole lava
Yeah.
comes alive, and then they got to fight this lava guy for another 20 minutes.
And it's really simple. They just do it with a hose.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a way better ending than that stupid grandma playing with her kid.
Grandma. And then the bomb goes off.
That would have been better.
Yeah.
And then Doc Brown shows up. He's like, "We have to go back. There's more arms. There's arms everywhere. Marty." Oh, so good. So good. I am very happy that we did that.
Let's do the canal plus SA.
Yes.
Who's the plus SA?
I don't know.
Okay, we're looking for the music man.
Looking for the
here.
music man.
Come on,
Let's see if I missed.
Silvestri.
Oh, that would be pretty amazing. Let's see if I can find any other little tidbits that I missed from this whole thing. Okay, we talked about.
It's like 5 in the morning. I gotta eat pizza.
Yeah, I know. I got stuff to do still, and I have to wake up at like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Dear God.
That's all right. We have a busy
Stanton.
day tomorrow because we're getting new furniture delivered.
Oh, look, it's this dude, Nikki Cox, the girls. Yep.
Well done. Yeah, there was Dean Norris as well.
Not a very big cast.
No.
Like, there's more stunt people than there was
Yeah.
cast, for fuck's
Well, because
sakes.
there's not a lot of big scenes other than ones that have like background actors.
the main people in it.
So,
Yeah.
and background actors don't get credits. So,
Well, that's fucked.
yeah, well, it is what it is.
Whatever. They got to eat from the craft services table. That's
Right.
thanks enough. And probably a Pepsi, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Taking
that
a
like
wild guess.
those people probably still just say Pepsi and it just shows up. I picture that the dolly grip is just a guy who won't let go of his doll. He's just got a doll.
And somehow like it was added onto the union thing, so the guy's got to be there.
Yeah, it was to shame him. He wasn't doing his job. He's like, fine, we're gonna. Mike Muscat, the acting coach. That was all the staff. I didn't see everybody else. There was the technical advisor, Uzi Gal, best name ever. But there was the whole staff of people who were for Eddie Furlong. Second unit, post-production supervisor. Post-production. Oh, not another one.
Fuck
Visual
that
effects
listed.
supervisor. I always am curious because I just want somebody to show up, like Skywalker Sound. That was pretty, self-explanatory.
Oh, here it comes. If you're going to pay the money,
Yeah,
you better
where's
put
this
it in
at?
your movie. Use Your Illusion 2.
Yeah, I don't understand the point of a song from like a mainstream band for like they didn't have a soundtrack. It's just all score and then one song. Like fuck that. Just skip
And it
the
wasn't
song.
even a song that was made specifically for the movie. It was just
Yeah.
they took it from the album.
Yeah. Which fine, then do that, but like don't you like because they used it like diegetic to the movie, meaning like they were playing it off of a radio, and okay, so they're listening to a real song or whatever, cool. But it doesn't need to be like a part of the whole thing. It's dumb enough that they made a music video based on
What word is it they
Terminator 4.
use that?
What?
What?
Diegetic.
Diegetic.
It just means that the music is not like part of the score that the audience is hearing.
Oh, it's like a
something
radio. It's on the radio,
Yeah.
or it's diegetic.
It's something. It's something that the cast is hearing.
I don't remember that. I like that.
Yeah. Ooh, Dwight Yoakam's
Diegetic.
Guitars Cadillacs was also in the
Guitars,
microphone.
Cadillacs.
I didn't see who did the music.
I didn't either. It never showed it.
Maybe nobody did. Maybe it just like it just.
What about the
It just occurred.
that?
No, it just occurred naturally.
Yeah. Diegetically.
All right. Oh, well done. You're not using it right. but
No,
that's
not
fine.
at all. Yeah, what
Okay.
the fuck?
So let's look it up.
Play the hit Nintendo game from Acclaim.
That's amazing. I like this. So, who did the music? Who did the music for Lord of the Rings? Who did the music for Harry Potter? Who did the music for Pirates of the Caribbean? Who did the music for Tarzan? Like Terminator didn't make it. Didn't make the list. There we go. Who did the music for Terminator 2? Brad Fidel.
Huh.
Not very interesting.
After credit scene,
That would be the best.
where he comes crawling out of the lava.
Yeah. Marvel's ruined it. Like I stay to the end of every credit now because Jesus.
I can't remember. I can't believe when I was in Black Panther there.
Oh,
And
man.
I was like, what do you, I was like, don't leave. I was like, don't leave. I was like, there's like 4 in this one. I was like,
Yeah.
don't leave.
Yeah.
But they kept leaving.
Yeah. What's
It's like, haven't
interesting?
you ever seen a fucking Marvel movie? This
I
is your
know.
first one?
Some theaters now are getting pretty cool with it. Like at the entrance, they'll tell you which movies have and don't have.
Why is the credit? what the
This
fuck
is
are
the
they?
special edition credits
Oh,
now.
I'm
so
like,
it's
what the fuck? Like,
These are the added people to make, because obviously they had to like do more shit. That was another thing too. Oh, that's something I didn't mention.
93.
So yeah. So this is the home video.
Right,
or whatever.
exactly, yeah.
But they mentioned because ILM originally only was 6 CG people worked for ILM.
Mhm.
Prior to this, they had to get the number up to 36
Whew.
for the
Good hiring spree.
to get this movie done
Fair,
on
little
time.
job fair.
Yeah.
With Lucas sitting there.
All right, guys, that is the end of this movie. We made it. It is almost 2 a.m. This is
Canada time.
the second latest we've stayed up to do a recording session.
Is it?
Yeah, we did the all
You
night.
remember this?
Yeah, well, we did the all nighter for
Yeah.
thing. Usually we end around 1. Usually when we do a double feature, as it were. But yeah, as usual, find us at podcast or find us at miscastcommentary.com. Email us podcast at miscastcommentary.com. Todd's showing off his sweet tat. There it is.
Zoom in.
Zoom.
Enhance.
Yeah.
And enhance. There you go.
There it
Check
is.
that out.
There it is.
Yo, wait, my armors.
You
Look
did
at
it.
the arm.
Jesse.
You see the body Ventura, baby.
But anywho, find us at miscastcommentary.com. Email us podcast at miscastcommentary.com. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe and do all that stuff. If you're not watching it on YouTube, check it out. That's actually where most of our views and stuff are coming in now. Let's consolidate it all over there. If if you want to listen. But if you want to watch. The choice is yours. We're
I like
pro-choice.
that choice.
We're pro-choice here. Twitter at Miscast Podcast.
What
I'm
choice?
at Miscast Joe.
Choices in general?
Yeah, just anything. Whatever.
Oh, I'm cool with that.
Yeah. I'm at Miscast Joe. Todd's at Miscast Todd. At Instagram at Miscast Commentary, and I'm at Miscast Joe. And on TikTok at Miscast Commentary, I'm at
I
Miscast
can't
Joe
believe we're
there
like,
as well.
what the fuck are we doing on TikTok?
It's working. I'll tell you that
fine,
much.
Cool, whatever.
I just I just put clips from this on TikTok. To bring people. Not that clip though. That's
well,
not gonna make it.
It's not going to make it.
All right, guys. That's it for us. Tune in next week. If I'm not mistaken, that's the end of our summer of sequels. We're done.
Wow. That wasn't even that many sequels.
I might
It was
be
a pretty
wrong.
short summer, man.
I might be wrong, so this might be cut out. But
No, leave it.
we'll leave it. I don't know. I'll put something somewhere if I'm wrong, if I'm lying. But until next week, you'll find out what we are doing. We'll find out if I was full of shit or not. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
This has been Miscast Commentary with your hosts, Joe Finley and Todd Murray. Executive producer, Joe Finley. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen. Visit www.miscastcommentary.com for all news related to the podcast. Miscast Commentary is a Miscast media production.